And we good. We live. Salute, 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 everybody. Tonight gonna be a special episode, man. We gonna have a debate. Top five. We gonna talk about top five rappers. We gonna talk about the industry. And I had to bring my big brother up here, man. Hakim Green, channel live. It's been a minute since me and him did a live together, so I said this one is gonna be extra special. So shout out to my big brother Hakeem. Hakeem, what's good?
What's good, bro? Everything's, we good this way.
Everything, everything's good. Everything's good. Everything's
Yeah, we
good.
good this
Everything's
way.
good. Yeah. So yo, Hak, man, we was talking, we was chopping it up yesterday, and I had posted a post about Jadakiss, and it's about the top five, top three conversation. Right now, Jadakiss been in a conversation with the whole 38 Special thing. And like a lot of people say Jada is not top five, he's not like top three, but he he's like top 20. A lot of people say that he's top 20, but he's the greatest, what you say, punchline rapper, lyricist. He's a great spitter. He's a great spitter. But a lot of people always say that the one thing that Jada lacks is albums, and the one thing he lacks is not enough body of work. So I want you to really go in, because I know you about to go in, man. So I'm gonna let you flow with this one, big
Well,
bro.
man, just on that point, just full transparency,
Hmm.
I ride with Jada. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
Hmm.
Jada got bars. You
Hmm.
know, I listen to Jada just about every day. Some combination of the locks, Jada solo, him and Styles.
Hmm.
Jada is like when you hear Jada on a feature
Hmm.
is or freestyle.
Hmm.
It's always like, there we go.
There we go.
There we go. Song wise though,
Hmm.
not so much.
Hmm.
Album wise, not so much.
Hmm.
Um, he's the people's champ for real, for real.
Hmm.
Absolutely people's champ. But when I start calculating top five, dead or alive, I start from like the late 70s up.
Okay, that's like Spoonie G,
Melly
Grandmaster
Mel,
Cass, Melly
Grandmaster
Melon.
Caz, Kumo
Yeah.
D,
Hmm. Hmm.
um,
Curtis
LL,
Blow, Curtis Blow, LL, Run
Curtis
DMC,
Blow.
Houdini.
Wow, what's up? My browser's lost connection with the camera. What's going on? Can you see me?
Yeah, I could see your image. Hold on, hot. You might have to you can't put the camera back on, hot.
Oh, there we go. Hold on.
Oh,
There we
oh,
go.
I was out there saying, yeah. Nah. Nah, but no, I see what you say, hot, because it starts from like you said, the late 70s, going on to the 80s. That's why I say like the top five, it's like when we had a conversation about top five rappers, it's like you got every era got a top five rapper. So it's kind of hard to like put a rapper from the late 90s and then a rapper from the 80s, because you got so many rappers that's dope. Because like in the 80s, you got Slick Rick, you got Cool G Rap, you got KRS-One, you got so many rappers, Chuck D, that
Mhm.
that is top five.
Chuck
And
D.
then, yeah, so it's like, and then
Gotcha.
you got Heavy D. Some people put Heavy D in there because people don't
Heavy.
put they don't give Heavy D his credit. They don't give Heavy D his credit. Uh,
You got G Rap. Somebody
G
just
Rap,
you got G Rap.
yeah, you got Biz Markie, Big Daddy
Now, all right.
Kane,
All right. So you said Bismarck, right?
yeah,
To me, there's a difference. There's a lyricist, a
yeah,
rapper, and an
yeah,
MC. Kumo D in his book, breaking down the criteria,
yeah.
breaks it down. You got lyricist, rapper, and MC,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
And you could be great in one, not so great in the other. You can be great in all three. You could, when you talk
Yeah,
about like Bismarcky, Dougie Fresh, these are MCs, master of ceremony,
MCs,
mic control, move the
yeah,
crowd, right?
yeah,
Not so much
yeah,
lyricists because we know Kane was writing a lot of Big's rhymes.
yeah. He was.
Not to say that Biz couldn't rhyme or couldn't go off the head. It's just to say that a lot of the hits that we attribute to Biz, Kane
Hmm.
wrote those rhymes. So it's
Yeah.
anytime you got people writing for you,
Yeah. So yo,
how
Hawk,
the
you
new
think?
niggas run around with jokers writing for him.
Yeah.
It's like,
But
all right, well, we
Hakeem,
got to
you
take
think?
you out the lyricist. Lyricist, we get now rapper, okay.
Yeah. So you think like even like with the female rappers like Light and like Latifah, you think like that kind of like disqualified them like out of like the lyricist conversation? Cause they had, people writing like Latifah had like Tretch and Apache, them writing like
One of
most
the
of like her
greatest
stuff.
greatest battle rappers is in the building. Mikey
Oh yeah.
Destruction.
Shout out to Mikey D. Shout out to Mikey D in the building. That's big bro. Shout out to Mikey D.
Yeah. I mean, when we talk about lyricists, like if you're
Hmm.
not writing your rhymes
Yeah.
or you don't have a strong body of work that you wrote,
Hmm.
not to say that you got to write every single rhyme we know from you,
Yeah.
but if your catalog, if your body of work is written by somebody else, then I can't really put you in the lyricist category.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what
So
I'm
I
saying.
don't want Latifah home team, so I can't throw her under the bus.
Yeah.
MC MC
Yeah.
Light, one of my favorite MCs of all time, definitely one of my favorite
Yeah.
female MCs.
Yeah.
I don't want necessarily squash on Light, but
Yeah.
I'm just gonna put it. If you're not writing your bars, how can I include you in the lyricist category if you're
Yeah.
not writing your shit?
Yeah.
Now, in
Yeah.
terms of rapper, the image of a rapper, the charisma, the
Hmm.
the style, the what do you
Hmm.
call it? Just that wave,
Yeah.
that energy. You ain't got
Yeah.
to be writing your rhymes. Somebody else could be
Nah.
writing your rhyme, but if you
Yeah.
deliver those rhymes, if you going on stage and rocking crowds with those rhymes,
Yeah.
then I
Yeah.
can put you in the rapper MC,
Conversation.
MC, even MC's conversation, because MC
Yeah.
is when you grab the mic, can you move the crowd? When you grab the mic, are you
Hmm.
controlling the mic? If you Bismarck and you going down all the rhymes that Kane wrote for you,
Hmm.
and you the crowd, oh my God, say ho, and everybody, oh, and you moving the crowd.
Yeah.
I
You moving
can't front on
fast.
you. You
Yeah.
moving the
Yeah.
crowd.
That's a fact. That's a
Yeah.
fact. Yo, so like I want to look at it like this. So we look at top five. So like 80s era. Who you think should be like in that top five conversation, Hakim?
80s era,
Mm-hmm.
I would go Kumo D, LL Cool J, I would go Rakim, I would go Mel. Um,
See, it's a lot of names. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna go Kane.
Kane. Okay. Okay. So
All right,
like
and can I just,
yeah,
I was born in '69. I
yeah,
graduated high school '87.
yeah,
Right? When you're talking about 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, like that little era for
yeah,
everybody's life.
yeah,
Whoever's supplying the soundtrack to your life at that
yeah,
moment, just
yeah.
gonna touch you emotionally deeper than other eras because
Facts.
you learning so much about manhood and adulthood.
Yeah,
You know, you you in the street, but you trying to do
yeah,
better for yourself. Or even at
yeah.
least in the '80s when we had like 85, 86, it was Get Money.
Get money. Yeah,
87, 88, it was Red, Black, and Green
yeah,
empowerment. And
yeah,
you saw it
yeah,
not just
yeah,
in the music, but on the street.
yeah,
Brother J, X
yeah,
Clan. What they
yeah,
came with that Blackwards to the East album, and
yeah,
if you into Egyptology, if you into chematology, if you into that like that, you
mm-hmm.
can hear Brother J, and
Yeah.
everything he's saying is on point with
Yo,
what that is.
yeah,
Man, you're not gonna hear nobody else come close to it.
yeah.
It's in a category in and of
I think
itself.
I think that was the best. In my opinion, I think that late '80s going in the early '90s era was like I would say, in my opinion, is the best res- representation of East Coast hip hop because you had native tongues, you had the New Jack Swing movement, the hardcore hip hop, political rap, and party rap. So it all gumboed in together, and you all had a different section. I think, like as time progressed in hip hop, you really lost that where you had every group that could fill everybody in hip hop.
Yo, the army of Vic Damone, peace, salute, salute, salute. He said, yo, chat, this guy was my middle school teacher at Hart Middle with Hassan. They both had dreads back then. So I had an after school program. Me and my boy Hassan and my boy Rodney Jackson, we were all
Yeah.
educators. We started an after school program called ACT Now, African Children of Tomorrow Now, 1990, before the rap career. And the reason why we was on that vibration, a big part of it was the music.
Yeah.
It was the soundtrack to our lives. It was the superhero theme music. It was Fight the Power. It was Bring the Noise. It was Turn Off Channel Zero. It was Fear of a Black Planet. It was You Must Learn. It was all that shit in the music. In the you know, so big shout out to Vic Damone. Salute, salute.
No, but I think like what you saying, like that was like a good like era of hip hop. I think when like it got to like the gangster era, like 92-ish, when rappers had to really like come with the hard music, I think that really like it kind of like really and truly, I think that's what made the East Coast rappers say, you know what, we gotta appeal to the streets when they didn't have to, because they were still hard, even if they didn't have the gun balls in it. They were still hard.
Bro,
Rakim is still hard without the gun balls.
without the gun bars, Eric B is one of the most gangster individuals hip hop has ever produced.
Yep.
I saw Eric B in 1997, I think, at a Source Awards on the West Coast. Right, so this shit was off the chain. We get there, the first thing we see is DJ Quick getting arrested. First thing we see off with on the red carpet right there, and DJ Quick is getting hemmed up by the police. All right, we park the car, we walk around. We finally decide to go inside. We run into Shine. It was me, Tuffy, and Benny Boom, the video director, who was the unofficial third member of Channel Live at the time.
Yeah.
We walk in there, we see Shine, we pound him up. We walk maybe 5 steps. Outlaw Immortals is right there. They attack.
Oh
Shine.
yeah, that's when they were spitting at each other. Yeah, I heard that story. Huh?
Motherfuckers attack Shine right there. They jumped at Shine. Shine starts spitting on my. And we're like, I'm not really knowing what's going on. You know, I'm good with Shine. We good money, but I'm from Jersey and I see Outlaw Immortals, but I don't. You know, I'm just, what the fuck is going on? Security comes, breaks it up, drags him up out of there. So we sit down and shit. We waiting for the show to start, whatever. Dougie Fresh comes out. Actually, Dougie Fresh hadn't come out. A fight breaks out in the front row. Right? Two, big dudes. This was like 6'4", 6'3", 6'4", probably 270, 280 apiece.
Damn.
Jokers was huge. And they was jumping this one dude, and I think he was a Crip. They just hopped on him, started stomping this dude out. So everybody stands up on their seat to see what the fuck is going on. Dougie Fresh comes out, grabs the mic. Come on, black people. We got to stop this. This is why we can't have nothing. He's giving a whole monologue. Come on. Like he's giving the I Have a Dream, Martin. This is Dougie. And everybody listened to Dougie, but they was not listening to Dougie. They just stomping this dude out. This shit lasted for at least probably 3 to 5 minutes, 6 minutes. It was lengthy. Nigga, Eric B comes out the back, walks all the way to the front, puts his hand on one of the dudes. They look at Eric B and they just stop. It wasn't no tussle, wasn't no trying to force grab it. Nah, it wasn't none of that. It was put his hand on the brother and the two dudes stopped. That's one of the most gangster but peaceful acts I've ever seen in hip hop. Big shout out to Eric B. But to your point, Rakim, G-Rap with Road to the Riches, in my opinion, one of the most gangster songs in the history of rap, and he doesn't curse one time.
He doesn't curse. And that, you know something, Hakim, that's why when I had a conversation with a lot of people, and I say, yo, I said, when you talk about like what they quote unquote say, the media say gangster rap, I call it reality rap. Dudes in the East Coast was doing reality rap before the West got a hold because it started with Schoolie D, then it went to KRS with Criminal Minded, then it Just Ice and all these other artists, and none of them curse.
Mm-hmm.
None of them curse. They were saying the hardest things. The records was hard. The beats was hard. It had the visual of what was going on in the streets,
Yep.
but it didn't have what the West Coast. What the West Coast did, and I believe what they call gangster rap or they reality rap is that they put the gang element in it, and they just put like what they were seeing like in the black exploitation movies, and they
Mm-hmm.
saw just with the bees and this and that. And I'm gonna be honest, I really think that the record companies they did it on purpose because of the success of Public Enemy, with all three of their albums, because Public Enemy was selling crazy, was doing crazy numbers,
Mm-hmm.
and then you got, the New Jack Swing movement, the guys like Heavy D, the LLs and all these guys, and even Slick Rick, they doing great numbers too. But what they did with the West Coast is the West Coast put a different type of culture that was really what's now we have in this culture now with the drill rap is they put like the influence of gang violence, disrespecting women, all type of things, promoting drugs at an all-time high in the music. And it really was, in my opinion, I feel like they did that to counteract what the Native Tongues was doing, what New Jack Swing was doing,
Mm-hmm.
what the Afrocentric music was doing, and what
Mm-hmm.
political rap was doing. Because before the West Coast dominance in the 90s, the East Coast had the game. Like every rapper that came out the East Coast, they didn't make the gangsters records, but they you could tell by the aura that it was a gangster element, but they didn't have to speak it to make it see. What the West did was they camouflaged it up, and a lot of those guys, like even with NWA, let's be honest, a lot of them wasn't even gangsters. They wasn't even some of them
No,
wasn't
I
even
mean,
gang members.
Easy was the
Easy was
rest
the
of the guys
only, yeah,
were not.
rest of them was just regular guys. Like Easy was the one that was the gangster, but everybody else was like regular guys. Like they were just regular. Dre was doing R&B before he started doing hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
He was into the funk thing, the electronic music. So it's like
Absolutely.
when NWA did Straight Outta Compton, that was like, okay, we could say that was like the album that was like a political conscious album. But when they went into Niggas for Life, that was the album that people gotta always look was the one that was the gatekeep for the gangster era that came with the Death Row whole music soundtrack. Because that was like the ushering to what we got with Death Row.
Yeah. So there's like a few things going on. There's a history with the music business that predates rap music and hip hop,
Mm-hmm.
in terms of who controls the music, who controls the industry of music. Let me put it that way,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Who's the source, but who controls the source?
Mm-hmm.
We are the source, but we don't control the source. There
Nope.
used to be a time when in the 60s, 50s and the 60s,
Mm-hmm.
we controlled the source, so to speak. So majority of the music sold was through independent
Labels.
record labels.
Yeah.
And then a lot of that was black record labels being tapped in. Of course, the artists are black, the network is black,
Mm-hmm.
the DJs are black, the club promoters are
Mm-hmm.
black,
Mm-hmm.
the industry itself, that this little
Mm-hmm.
enclave of artists, promoters, is black people
Yeah.
that's doing music for black people. It's not really white people got something else going on, right? But when you see the hit records coming out, you see who's creating the fads and who's creating the styles. It's these young black artists. Now in 67, I always tell this story because it just sets the table. 67, Martin Luther
Mm-hmm.
King addressed, it was like an organization of national black radio broadcasters, promoters, artists, of course, right? And he thanked them for being an instrumental part in the civil rights movement. The
Mm-hmm.
successes that were gained in the 60s, 65, the Voting Rights
Mm-hmm.
Act, Civil Rights Act, a lot of that happened because mobilization had to take place, right? So you
Mm-hmm.
had DJs and artists creating music, the vibration, the theme music for struggle, for organizing, for pushing back, for uniting. So Martin Luther King thanked these people, right? A few things happened. One, the mob stepped to these people afterwards and said, "No, you will not." And then Clive Davis in 1972 commissioned the Harvard Report, which was a think tank. It was a study on Black music to, one, see how you can take the profit from these people. How do we control Black music, the profitability of it? One. Two, how do we control the messaging of it? How do we change the messaging of it, right? So you see Clive, years after, you see the Black music label, the Black music department at record labels. So you got the big machine now controlling what's gonna go out, how it's gonna go out, how it's gonna look, right? How it's gonna sound, what we gonna get behind, who gonna get the bag. Hip hop throws a monkey wrench and shit, and we took it back to independence. We took it back to the messaging, control it, because it was our thing. It was hip hop culture. It was a very small incubator of like-minded people. It wasn't just about music. It was about everything. Fashion. It was the way you fucking wrote your name. It was the way, just everything about what we did was different than 60s and 70s music. So we got to control it, right? But then when you start to see the machine get back in, giving people deals, we giving away so was there like a meeting that's like, well, this is how we gonna do? Yeah, it was 1972, the Harvard Report commissioned by Clive Davis. That was the blueprint for how you can control things. I would suggest everybody look up the Harvard Report, the study on Black music. That said, to your point of the message, the music in the 80s was one thing. We get the NWA, it shifted. Mainstream media decided to look at our community as a resource, and it saw the gangster element, the over-sexualization of women element, the violent element, and decided to capitalize on that shit. And we're gonna get behind it, put the money behind it. This is what we pushing. I don't think it was NWA. I think they were at a time, it was a convergence of things where it was like, okay, we see this music form is making money, is making noise, is ringing bells. This is where it's going. Let's get ahead of this thing. And the big boys come in, the Interscopes and Universals. And
no, you're right, because I really look at it like, because like the East Coast was like here, like from that late 80s, like you said, to that, I would say 91, the East Coast was doing well. And then by like 92, because you always hear a lot of the artists that was like the big artists in the late 80s, they all said like the music just started like to decline. Like it just like they was gravitating to like the West Coast.
Yeah, I don't. So when we first went to like West Coast music, it sounded old school to us.
Yeah.
Like when you listen to Kane, when you listen to Rakim, when you listen to MCs and EPMD, there's a certain cadence, a certain flow, it's a certain attack. When you hear West Coast rappers, they sounded like Spoonie G. They sounded like Schoolie D. They sounded like something that we had already done. So when everybody says New York is hard on other regions, New York is hard on each other.
Yeah.
Like borough to borough.
Yep.
Jersey be catching it, right? But if you don't, you don't. That's the thing about New York. If you just go Apollo, if you don't, you don't. If you not, they gonna let you know. Period. So if you hear something that reminds you of some shit we was doing, if the track sound like Run DMC, if it's 1988, it's like, don't. That shit is, we not really fucking with that shit. Like
we not really fucking with it, yo.
But now when you look at a MC like King T, which was my favorite West Coast rapper.
Hot. Nobody talk about King T. Hot King, please. Talk because King T was, I would believe, was like the first West Coast artist that got like that New York cosign before the rest of them got it.
Man, hey, King T. This at your own risk, sucker. Yo, I was a fan immediately, and then he came with the licks. I'm very good friends with the Licks, Tash, J-Ro, and E Swift. Like that's going on, but not to say they sound like East Coast cats. It's just the way they approach the music was more reminiscent of what we consider hip hop.
Yep.
There's gangster, there's a sound of gangster. There's the way the keys and the rhythm and the sounds, the funk sounds like you. There's a way that comes off that, you know, the Alcoholics don't really rhyme over tracks like that. Their tracks is more like, you know, can fit in with a Primo run, can fit in with a Diamond D run, can fit in with a Wu-Tang run, a RZA run. And of course, Loud Records, big shout out to them. Diamond D has done production on them, and I think Premier has done production on them. It's that boom bap sound. That's not what the focus was in 91, 92, 93. You had to like step your sound up and not just make it say gangster funk. But when you see what Big did with Ready to Die, what Puff and Big did with Ready to Die, Easy Mo B, the Hitmen, everybody associated with that project, one of my favorite albums of all time, if not my favorite album. So is The Chronic, by the way.
I want to talk about The Chronic. I want to talk about The Chronic. We're going to talk about The Chronic.
So I'm about so when The Chronic dropped, bro, so I wasn't fucking with West Coast music. Other than King T, wasn't really feeling MC8 I was fucking with. His super cool. But for the most part, you know, if it wasn't King T, the Licks, MC8, I was like, all right, I'm good, right? My homegirl Angie from 7669, Angela Hunt, she wrote State of New York for the Jay-Z Alicia Keys record. Angie co-wrote that. Big shout out to Angie. But this is when in her 7669 big goal 7669 that was a R&B group. She was a member. Her and one of the other members drives me from Brooklyn to my house in East Orange, and it was like, yo, Hakim, nah, fuck that. You're gonna listen to this Chronic album. I'm telling you, it's gonna blow your mind. You need to hear this shit. I'm telling you something, right? So this is when I first caught on like real good weed. We used to get these apes of Hawaiian from 3rd Street, right across the street from Hell's Angels. A little spiritual store that I used to regular. So we went, grabbed up a sack of that shit, and we burned on our way to Jersey. And the album started playing in Brooklyn. And it ended. The end of Bitches Ain't Shit was ending as I'm rolling up to my house. And I'm fucked.
Yo, that beat was crazy, right, Hawk?
Yo, it was a, no rewinds, no fast forwards. It was just, you're gonna listen to it straight through. When she dropped me off, I immediately went to go buy that album, bro. Bro, I was fucked up. I had never heard anything as masterfully produced, delivered, lyrics, everything on them. And I heard Deep Cover, so I knew about Snoop. All these other jokers, the Corrupts, the Dazzes, the Lady of Rages, the RBX, the like everybody bought it on that album.
They went crazy on that album.
My mind was blown. So that made the East Coast now have to rethink their whole shit because, bro, that's like that album, like, you know, the NWA, Ice Cube albums, America's Most Wanted, and Kill at Will, two of my favorite projects, no doubt. Like I felt that. That's when I really started to get into, okay, let me get his West Coast shit like a real, you know. But the Chronic shit was like the nail in the coffin. It was like the nail in the coffin. And East Coast had to step their shit up. But when Ready to Die, first of all, Wu-Tang came out of left field. Bro. I'm at a club in New Brunswick at a Rutgers University party. Right? And the name of the crew, the production crew, the DJ crew was the Mob. And they would get shit first. But the party's packed, like 1,200 motherfuckers in a big ass 2-story house. This shit is crazy. I'm walking around. And it's Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with. Like this is like a time when you had to have a hook in your song. You didn't have a song if you didn't have a hook. Now me and Tuffy, we working at Shadow Live, we working on our demo. So all our shit is like structured. intro, verse, hook,
Mm-hmm.
verse, hook. That's how everything. This shit come on. Wu-Tang, watch that kid. Watch that kid. And they just go, and there's no hook. They played this shit like for 20 minutes straight. He kept bringing it back, So I knew the DJs. I was like, yo, you got to give me a copy. They gave me a copy on the cassette tape, and I listened to the cassette tape like over and over and one song over and over. So, but it was that grimy New York boom bap. It wasn't the nice, Riz ain't got no bass lines. His shit mad grungy.
It was dirty.
All, but it just so represented what they were doing that it was something that New York, New Jersey, tri-state, we just gravitated to, and we embraced that whole project. Right?
Yo, so let me ask you, Hakim, like, because we getting into this 90s, like that early 90s, right? You see me hot? I'm good. I'm back.
Right.
Cool.
Froze for a second.
No,
early
Grand
90s.
Cooper, Tretch, CL Smooth.
First of all, you know me and Tretch have known each other since like junior high school.
Yeah. So
right.
like even
back.
like yeah. So and we could put who's another person I could say that was like Redman, and Nas. Like when you say like top 5 for like that 92, like 1992, is that good? Like for 92?
Let me see. You got 92.
Mm-hmm.
You say Tretch.
Mm-hmm.
Redman.
Mm-hmm.
There's the Dark Side. When that drop?
That was like November 92.
You got Redman. You got Tretch.
Grand Pooba.
Damn.
You got CL Smooth.
CL. Scarface.
You gotta put Q-Tip. Gotta put Q-Tip.
You gotta put Q-Tip.
Ice Cube.
You gotta put Cube in there.
Cube. G-Rap. We could put G-Rap. We could slide G-Rap in there.
Early 90s. 92.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would put G-Rap in that era.
So what about Nas? Can we put Nas in that?
Wait. Let me think, because you got Rakim still dropping shit.
Yeah, Rakim.
Don't Sweat the Technique.
And then you got KRS.
And you got KRS. But is G-Rap dropping stuff in 92?
Yeah, I think he did Ill Street Blues.
Ill Street Blues. Okay, well, shit. You got you got to put G-Rap in there.
G-Rap.
The top 5.
Top 5.
You got lyrics, impact, record sales.
Yeah.
Like I seen Tretch get chased by like 200 girls at the
Tretch was that dude. God. Tretch was that dude.
Yeah, so I saw like the new style. That's what they were called before.
Yeah.
So I saw them form. And their first show was my senior year talent show, 1986. And they come out. First of all, Vinny's the host. He's the host. A real MC, by the way. A real MC. Move the crowd, master of ceremony, mic control. KG comes up, one of the greatest producers of all time. He goes to put the joint on. Lost him. And the sound goes, sound goes out. Vinny grabs the mic, starts beatboxing. Tretch just hops in on the beatbox and fucking murders this shit, yo. Whole auditorium shred to pieces. Like, it was one of the most purely hip hop presentations I had ever seen, and I got to witness it live and direct at my senior year high school talent show.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you heard the story.
Yeah.
Can
Yeah.
you hear me?
Yeah, I heard you. I heard you, Hot. I heard.
Yeah. So, your man over here, Jose
Yeah.
Sorolla,
Yeah.
A706. He keeps asking about Eminem.
Eminem.
You want to hold off on that?
Let me say
He
this
don't
about Eminem.
he don't ask like motherfucking 10 times and shit. Big shout out to Wise Intelligent. You got to put him in the mix. Hello. You froze up again. Definitely got to put Wise Intelligence in the mix. He's one of the legendary MCs out of New Jersey. As a member of Poor Righteous Teachers, he came with Rock This Funky Joint. He came out with Shaquilla. That whole first album is incredible. And then what he's going on to represent for like the last 30 years has been nothing but amazing lyrically. One of the great MCs from New Jersey, absolutely. Big shout out to Wise Intelligence. It's the educated brother from the bank. You know what I mean? Kareem Akbar. What you know about Kareem Akbar? Cat Bread said it's the educated brother from the bank.
No, but you know something,
Hakim,
let me say this about Eminem, Hakim, because Eminem is a dope rapper. He's a dope lyricist. I give him that, and there's no knock on Eminem. I think Eminem came out at a great time in hip hop, you know, because he was different. You know, you had a lot of white rappers. You know, you got Milkbone from Jersey. You know, I just saw an interview with Milkbone, you know, and I was telling somebody about Milkbone, and the dude that interviewed me, he was like, "Word, that really happened? Like Dr. Dre, he was working with Dr. Dre." I was like, "Yeah, it was a long time ago." So he didn't know that story. So I tell a lot of people this, right? You had Third Base, you had Vanilla Ice, you had Everlast, you had white rappers. Nobody was disputing them. A lot of them were gimmicky. Some of them weren't gimmicky. Some of them had balls. You know, you had the young black teenagers. So you had a lot of white rappers that was in the game, but the difference with Eminem,
Bulletz Gotti on the freeze up.
he was a battle rapper that came from the battle community. And a lot of people don't understand that's how he came in the game. So it's nothing to take away from Eminem, nothing to take away from his talent. He was a battle rapper. We give him the respect for that. But when we talk about rappers, there's a lot of great rappers. You know, you can't just always give it to him.
So it's rapper.
Yeah.
It's MC.
Mm-hmm.
It's lyricist.
Mm-hmm.
Scale of 1 to 10 as a lyricist, what is he?
I would give him a 10. I would give him a 10. I mean, he's the dopest. Like in my opinion, like his subject matter, it's just not for me. But like if I listen to Eminem, Hot, and to other rappers, he ball for ball, he's nice. He's nice.
He's a 10.
He's a 10.
As a lyricist, scale of 1 to 10. Oh, he said that's a 10.
Yeah.
His MCmanship, his live show, scale of 1 to 10.
It's I'll give it a 7. I give it a 7 because I done seen a lot of rap. I saw DMX live. I saw many rappers live.
No. I'm not. Don't compare him.
Oh no, I'm not gonna compare him. But I would say like his performance, in my opinion, I would give him a 7. Like
okay, all right, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, that's fair.
I would give Eminem a 9.
Yeah, 9 is good.
I would give him a 9.
9 is good.
His as a rapper,
yeah,
image of the commercialized package.
Yeah, I agree.
He's a 12. He's a 12.
He's a 12. He is a 12. I mean, because
on a scale of 1 to 10, he's a 12.
He's a 12 because you know how, and I agree with you on that, Hakim.
We froze up again. So yeah, and the reason why I say he's a 12 is that this is America and white people run the show. Mainstream America is milky. So he's just going to have the most commercial appeal. His market is going to be the biggest. Racism will prevent so many white people from really even trying to appreciate a black MC from the black experience, the black subject matter. Like, if you're not somebody who's really pushed on you as a black MC, white people really ain't trying to embrace you like that, and that's part of the conversation I want to have with Bulletz Gotti about coming up in the 70s and in the 80s. There were no avenues, really. There was very few avenues for black entertainers, period, let alone black rappers. When you consider Michael Jackson couldn't even get played on MTV. This is after the Off the Wall album. He's arguably one of the greatest artists at that point in American mainstream entertainment. As a member of the Jackson Fives, Michael Jackson's solo project is what it is. And MTV had really fought against playing Michael Jackson. It's just crazy. So you can just imagine the pushback on rappers. Of course we know what's the show on MTV? Man, Ed Lover, Dr. Dre, Fab Five Freddy, their show. That came late. That came much, much later.
Yeah. But Hakim, I'm sorry about that. Somebody keep calling me Hakim. I had it on Disturb and some.
Oh, it's all good.
It's cool. But no, what I was saying was though, Hakim, it's like most people gotta understand when Eminem came out, he was a commercial rapper. Now, his underground days with the Outsiders, because if people go back, he was in Jersey. He worked with the Outsiders. That's where he cultivated his style, And if you listen to his first album that he did before Slim Shady LPs and all the other stuff that he did with Dr. Dre, the album that he did, you would listen to him, and he was rapping like AZ. He was rapping like Nas and them,
Yeah.
And you didn't know that he was a white guy when you listen to his first album.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't until when they repackaged him, when he got around Dr. Dre, they bleached blonde his hair, and he came with that "Hi, my name is," But nobody knew. If you listen to his first album, you wouldn't even know that's Eminem. He dumbed his whole style down, so he was a commercial rapper. Now, to take nothing away from him, he's a dope lyricist. I like I said again, he's a battle rapper. He came from battle rap, but for him to be commercially successful, he couldn't be like other white rappers that were rapping. Because you got white rappers that was dope, like Jojo Pellegrino. It's a lot of dope white rappers.
Yeah,
but they just didn't do what Eminem did.
Yeah, but let me ask you this, because he, especially his first album, his first few projects, it's never a question that he could rap. It's not like he says some rap shit. Now the tracks are commercial, the tracks are pop, tracks are crossover, right? But there's black artists that got crossover appeal tracks that I'm not going to discredit them. Like Run DMC had crossover music. I'm not going to discredit them because they had crossover music. LL Cool J had, he became a pop star. Like he became so I can't, if you got bars, you got bars. You got skills.
No, you're right, Hot. But I think when
he wasn't Vanilla Ice.
He wasn't Vanilla Ice. But I think, like, if you look,
that's not Eminem's fault.
If you look at other black artists that went commercial, right, Hot, they still had their core fan base. Eminem fan base is people that are not hip hop fans. We get they first time they listened to hip hop was through him. Yeah. And a lot of the artists that he associated, the black artists he associated with, they love hip hop. They just love Eminem.
Nah, I understood. Now I agree with you. Jose saying that's not Eminem's fault, but neither the black artists that are born black that don't get mainstream acceptance because they're not white. And that's like going back to what I was saying before about doors not being open to Black artists, especially hip hop artists. Doors had to be kicked down. The Beastie Boys tell stories of them going to meetings and the program directors at radio stations telling them, "We don't play rap here, but we'll play your stuff." You see what I'm saying? It's Run DMC had doors shut on them just because they were Black rappers.
Yo, Hawk.
Rappers, yeah.
Sorry about that, Hawk. I had to mute the whole call.
No, it's all good. No, it's all good. I was spitting. It's all good.
No. But what I was saying was, and this is true, Hawk. Like a lot of his fan base, like when I talk to people that's like fans of him, and I asked them, like, okay, before Eminem, did you listen to hip hop? And they said no. I started to listen to him through listening to him, like watching Eminem, watching MTV. That's what he introduced me to hip hop. He introduced me to these rappers.
That's right.
So when you look at Run DMC, they core fan base was hip hop fans. They went mainstream when they started going all the way doing the touring, the Adidas thing, then Walk This Way with the influence of Rick Rubin, who was a rock guy, and then LL, he did his thing commercial, but they always had that core fan. LL always had that core fan base that was still Public Enemy. Public Enemy is another one. They had a big rock fan base, white fan base, and a lot of people that supported their music. But like you said, they still had the hip hop. We still love them. You still ours.
When you froze up, when you disappeared, I was talking about, and I think it's important for the viewers to understand historical context. So I'm always referencing history.
Mm-hmm.
And mainstream channels were not open to Black artists, especially rap artists.
Nope.
So I went to summer camp every year from 1979 to 1987, right? I remember going to summer camp playing Rapper's Delight, playing Super Rhymes, playing Cold Crush, playing Crash Crew, and my white camper friends would be like, "Turn that jungle music off." That's not real music.
Yep.
And they're playing Ozzy Osbourne, Black Sabbath, Megadeth, all this rock and roll shit, Led Zeppelin, Leonard Skinner. They're playing all this rock and roll music that I don't know our people created.
Facts.
I'm not being taught that rock and roll is actually a Black musical art form.
Yep.
In our minds. Because we didn't know. We was ignorant, walking around blind, deaf, and dumb, not knowing.
Yep.
That we're looking at white people who are like the greatest groups of all time, the Beatles, the Rolling Stones, Led Zeppelin. And
they all was inspired by Black artists.
Not just inspired, straight stole their fucking
the
music,
culture,
stole the publishing. They was doing covers, straight covers, but not giving the Black artists from the 30s and the 40s their credit because white people wouldn't accept Black people as artists, celebrities. Frankie Lyman's story is a great story. Y'all should look up Frankie Lyman.
His story is one of the greatest stories ever. It's sad. It's a sad story.
Yeah, sad story. So, in reference to Eminem, it's the same thing. It's and Drake, but in a different way. And I kind of want to get there.
Yeah. We're gonna get to the Drake. Drake.
Yeah. But Jokers had to kick in the doors for us to appreciate this thing we call hip hop in the 90s.
But you know something hot, like even like what you said, right? Like Run DMC, I really feel like introduced a lot of mainstream people to hip hop. Because when you listen to a lot of the guys that got into the industry, white guys, they all said that it was because of Run DMC, Beastie Boys. They all say that. Like they say, like the first time I loved hip hop was listening to Run DMC, listening to the Beastie Boys. But before then, like you said, Hot, when you was listening to Crash Crew and you was listening to Sugar Hill and all that, they was like, yo, turn that shit off.
Turn that shit off. That shit was noise.
Punk rock, they was into Led Zeppelin, hard rock, all of that. But when it got to like that 84, 85, when mainstream got on the Run DMC, they did Fresh Fest. And then from Fresh Fest, they did the whole Adidas thing. And everybody just started jacking the whole Run DMC. In my opinion, I feel like Run DMC introduced mainstream America to hip hop.
Absolutely.
Because I feel like before them, hip hop was just underground.
1000%.
Yeah.
So Rapper's Delight was like back to summer camp.
Mm-hmm.
Rapper's Delight hit, I would say by 82, 83, it was like, Hakim, say that song,
Yeah.
We want to hear that song. Is it right? And it's Rapper's Delight.
Yeah.
By 85, 86,
Mm-hmm.
they on the Run DMC like, this is the illest shit ever. We love
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Like Run DMC kicked the door open and made white people learn to appreciate
Hip hop.
a black musical art form because they could recognize it through the rock and roll sounds, which were actually still black music.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Shit's crazy. But yeah, Run DMC, you know, we owe a lot to Run DMC. We owe a lot to LL. We owe a lot to Russell Simmons in that regard. We owe a lot to Rick Rubin in that regard. We owe a lot, you know, to Def Jam in that regard. You know, in terms of opening up doors for the sound that we call hip hop, rap, whatever, to be accepted so other people get the benefit. That's why it's hard. Like I like the way you're doing it with the eras, top 5 in each era.
Yeah.
Because to do it across eras is really not fair.
It's not fair. It's not fair. So like Hot, you know, after, because we was at 92. After 92, like going in 93, like who you think like the most important? Because it's still Tretch. Because Tretch, I still say Tretch was like number 1. Because he was 92, 93. He was still that guy. Pac was blossoming because Pac was really getting ready to, he was getting there. And then you got Scarface, like you said, Scarface. And Grand Pooba's still in the conversation. Gotta give Pooba his flowers. Pooba's still in the conversation. Nas definitely is an important piece in that. Wu-Tang Clan, Snoop, and still Cube.
KRS still.
Redman. Definitely gotta put Redman in there.
Definitely gotta put Redman.
Oh, we forgot this one. Lord Finesse.
When did Funky Child drop?
That was like, wasn't that like 90, right? His first album.
See, here's the like, all right, so I'm glad you said Lord Finesse, right? Because it's like you got artists who are not really commercially, but the underground, the street, nationwide is so in tune to what they're doing. Like when we talking about streams, back then we talking about duplicating cassette tapes and how many times did that tape get duplicated? You can't quantify it. How many times did people record off the radio? Can't quantify it. So an artist like Lord Finesse, 1993. I would put Lord Finesse in there.
Lord Finesse. And then you think we can slide Diamond D in there too? Huh?
All right, well, that's a whole conversation with top 5 producer rappers.
Diamond
D, Pete Rock.
Who
else?
We could put Dre. Dre.
We could put Dre.
We put Dre.
Would you put Biz in there?
We could put Biz. We could definitely put Biz.
Producer.
Who else we could slide in 93? Who Biggie? You think we could slide Biggie in there?
All right, so Biggie's probably my favorite rapper of all time. It's funny, you know, people assume it's KRS. And it is KRS. But the impact of Christopher Wallace.
Yo, Hawk, that intro to Ready to Die, please. Ain't that a movie? Ain't that a movie?
Like, you know, I'm from East Orange, New Jersey. I moved to Brooklyn in 94. Right? So I'm recording the album 93, 94, 95. And Salam, who produced for Nas, he produced for Channel Live, he produced for the Fugees. We used to hang tight with Salam at his studio. and he introduced us to Biggie. There was Party and Bullshit was out, but there was a sampler. So a lot of the album was on this demo tape with different tracks on it. It got leaked. And when we listened to it, it fucked us up. Like, we was fucked up. we was fucked up. We was on tour with KRS. and me, Tuffy, and Kenny was like, yo, I don't know, man. That nigga Biggie might be the dopest Chris in New York, yo. You might have to battle him for your name, yo. Oh. And the picture for me, can I just go on a little tangent right fast?
Yeah.
So I told you about the activism, organizing. You know, I'm in the organization, the Campaign to Free Black Political Prisoners and Prisoners of War.
Yeah.
And this is like, 90, 91, 92, 93. And one of our, organizers, Daruba Ben Wahad, former Black Panther, Panther 21, co-defendant with Afeni Shakur.
Yeah.
Like, I'm very close to him. Like, so when Pac comes out and he's the son of Afeni Shakur, the Black Panther spirit, holla if you hear me, Brenda's got a baby. Like, nigga, he's the next motherfucker. Fuck that. So I was a school teacher. So my the Spanish teacher, Miss Sepalak, who's actually my Spanish teacher when I was in the 7th grade. Now she's my coworker. We used to have these conversations about hip hop, rap music, and she was trying to understand the rapper mind around it. A white woman trying to understand these kids and So I'm talking about Tupac, like, yo, this is my hero, right? And she's like, Hakim, I don't know. It's just something about him. I don't get it. I'm like, no, I'm going into the whole. So one day I go home from work, turn on the TV, and nigga Pac is on MTV. And they're going, yo, Pac, who gave you all that jewelry? And he's like, yeah, man, so when you got these, he said, when you got these flunkies,
I
want to be down with you, they give you stuff. And it hit me like, why would you say that? No matter like who gave you what, if you're wearing it, if you accept it, why would you ever play these people out? Now I don't know nothing from I'm so far away from that. Right. But just looking at it and then to see how things would eventually end up. I was very hurt by Tupac because I looked at him as somebody who, and he's still dear mama. He's got a lot of joints that speaks to the positivity, overcoming obstacles, revolution, Black empowerment. But just that whole beef thing with Biggie, just
but you know something, Hot? Like when I look at Pac, right? And I was looking at this the other day, and I was watching like a documentary on Marvin Gaye, and then I looked at Pac documentary, and I'm like, when I look at Marvin Gaye, and I look at Pac, it's like they was two talented dudes, but they had their flaws, but they gave you amazing music that could fill your soul. And I think with Pac, he was growing so much, and like that video you sent me, Pac, the video you sent me earlier, and when you really look at it, Tupac was 25. Biggie, I think, was 20. No, he's 25 too. He was 24, 25 when he died. So both of them died at a young age. But the music that they made was so far ahead of their peers that you would think they lived a long life.
Right. So it's like, okay, you got lyricism, you got MC, you got rapper, right? As an MC, as a lyricist, what you're saying is important, right? Power of the tongue, life and death is in the power of the tongue. Right. The impact, like we talking about impact. The impact and effect of an MC, how we measure it. Like, so Tupac, maybe the most impactful MC ever.
I think he's the most influential. I think, and you know why I say that, Hawk? Because after he died, a lot of rappers followed his blueprint. Like it was more people that followed. And the same thing with Biggie, because a lot of rappers, it's like you have rappers that follow the Pac blueprint, and then you got the rappers that follow the Biggie blueprint.
Can you define what you mean by blueprint?
Okay, so like the Pac blueprint is like the tattoos. Like he made the tattoos like a big thing. The tattoos, the shirt off, the bandanas. If you look, majority of most rappers that came out after him, they started doing the bandanas, the tattoos, the thug life. You know, everybody was using the thug thing in they records. Like it was a point when you really look at it, from even the Ja Rules, Love X, Love Ja Rule, they definitely great for their time. But if you really look at it, a lot of people was calling him out, and it was for a long time. X had to, like, a lot of interviews. If you listen to DMX, he had to correct people when they always would say, "Oh, you second coming to Tupac," because the aura matched the Pac so much, and that's what they said about a lot of rappers that came out, even with the South rappers. They even said the South rappers was following the Pac blueprint. So it's like Pac was so influential for the peer groups that came after him. It's so crazy, and people took a lot of his slogans, the balling, a lot of those words that he was saying in his music. You started hearing rappers using it in their music. They would take a lot of his bars. Some rappers would take some of his bars and they would start using it, or some of his hooks. So he was so much ahead of his time and ahead of the curve that he was like a decade ahead of people.
Well, let me ask you this. All right, so we talking about Pac and Big, right? And I say life and death is in the power of the tongue.
Yes.
Ready to Die, Life After Death, and of course, you know, Machiavelli.
Machiavelli, yeah, and All Eyes on Me.
And All Eyes on Me. So when you talk about power of the tongue and forecasting, future events through your music, like that's an example of how powerful MCs actually are.
You know what's so crazy, Hot? When I listen to All Eyes on Me, and then when I listen to 7 Days Theory, and even Life After Death and Ready to Die, it's like they already knew they had like a short time period. Just the way, like you said, the power of tongue. Because if you listen to Ready to Die, it was like he already predicted what's going to happen. And then when you listen to Life After Death, it's like this man is telling you his after his funeral or life after death. Like when you listen to Downfall, like dying ain't the shit, but it's pleasant, kind of quiet. Watch my niggas tell the riot. Like he's already telling you, I was high when they hit me. He said, apologies in order to Tiana, my daughter. Like he's telling you on that song, like he already knows how the story's gonna end. That's the crazy part about Biggie Life After Death. And even with 7 Day Theory with Machiavelli. Like when you listen to Hail Mary, he's already telling you he's out of here.
He's out of here. Yeah.
It's like both albums, in my opinion, all four of those albums, in my opinion, are beautiful masterpieces. And they came out. Pac came out. His 2 albums came out in 96. It's gonna be 30 years. Big's album next year is gonna be 30 years. Those albums to this day stand the test of time, and people still go back and listen to it. People still sample it. People still taking hooks from it. Those, like, in my opinion, this is why they still in the top 5 conversation, because of the body of work that these men put out after they died. Like it's like you cannot take
people try to exclude Big out of that conversation because they say his body of work is too short. I'm like, you're wilding.
No, wilding.
Yeah, Ready to Die, Life After Death was a double album. That's 3 albums right there. And I'm including all the Junior Mafia stuff. I'm including all the Little
and the Puffy stuff.
And the Puffy stuff. And the West Coast freestyles. Yep. I'm including that. Like, the dude was so impactful and so technically,
he was
like,
gifted. He was gifted.
Gifted, like what he did with words and cadences and the rhyme within the rhyme and bending words.
Yeah. I
Nobody
felt like
did it
something.
big, in my opinion.
I feel like Biggie took it to where Slick Rick and Cool G Rap left over.
I can see
For
that.
storytelling and lyricism. He basically took it to where they left off. Because when you really look at it, like, I feel like Life After Death was like his Great Adventures of Slick Rick. I feel like like even if you listen to like Ready to Die, I feel like Ready to Die was like G Rap first album. Like if you sit there, you just listen to like those two albums, that you could hear the G Rap, you could hear the Slick Rick and Biggie, you could hear the Kane and Biggie when he does the Chick records.
Brooklyn.
So you can see all three of them in it. You could see, and Pac, you could see the KRS and Pac.
Yeah.
You could definitely see the G Rap and Pac, the Chuck D, because he got a lot of Chuck D in him.
Yeah.
A lot of Chuck D when he does his political records. And then, you know, when Pac does his Chick records, his celebratory records, you can see the LL in them. You know, you could see all of these artists, you can see all three of them. It's gumboed up. It's like even with Nas, like you can see the Rakim and Nas.
All day. You see
Hands
Nas,
down.
you see G-Rap.
G-Rap.
Yeah, you see
You
KRS.
can even see Slick Rick. You even some
You
Slick Rick in them.
You definitely see Slick Rick.
You know, so like when you listen, like even because I'm gonna be honest, in my opinion, like Nas is dead contemporary. He's like the third man in that conversation because it's Pac, it's Big, and then it's Nas. Because Nas, in my opinion, I feel like when he did Illmatic, because Illmatic, in my opinion, if it wasn't heavily bootleg, Hakim, I think that album would have been.
Hold on 1 second. You said, say it again. You Pac,
Biggie, and Nas. You think that? Let me hear it.
Snoop Dogg.
Snoop could be the fourth man. I think Snoop would be the fourth man.
And the reason why I say that, you got he's basically he's the launching pad for the whole West Coast movement. Is Snoop.
Yeah.
Snoop and Dre.
I think those four, Snoop, Nas, Pac, Biggie, and then the fifth one, that's what we could say, Method Man.
No, you probably still have to say Q.
Yeah.
Probably say Q.
Oh, hold on. Or we could say Face.
Who?
We could say Scarface.
In 90, what's the year?
93, 94-ish. Like around that time period.
Scarface, yeah. You can say Scarface.
Yeah, because The Diary came out in 94.
Yeah.
So we could definitely put Scarface in there.
So Scarface, Ice Cube,
Pac,
Snoop, Pac, Biggie, Nas.
and Nas.
I could run with that.
Yeah, that's a solid one right there.
I could run with that.
Cause I feel like Face don't get a lot of credit, Hakim.
Ooh, Big Pun, Capital Punishment album on level. Big Pun ain't out yet.
Big Pun is way after them.
Yeah,
Big Pun is like 98.
He's not. Yeah, that's a good list right there.
Yeah. So like 95, who that would be? That would be like Biggie again.
That would be Biggie.
That'll be Snoop.
Well,
Pac.
I mean, Pac. You got, I think Redman is hot right about now.
Redman, and Naughty came out with their album that year.
1990s. Naughty 1990. 19 Naughty.
1990 Naughty. Yeah, that was That was 95, right? That's with the album. That's Here We Go. That record on there, right? Right? Hot. That's the one with Here We Go and
That's 1993. That's 93.
Oh, 93. Okay. So Method Man. We can say Method Man hot.
So did let me see. Method. Oh yeah. Method Man's album dropped 95, right?
Yeah. So
I would say Method Man. I would say Method Man.
Yeah. Raekwon.
All right, so with the purple tape,
yeah,
is that? I mean, Raekwon's that's his solo album, but it's so Ray and Ghost that it's
so
like
Ray and Ghost, yeah.
So,
Because you gotta put Ray, you gotta put Ghost, and you gotta put Ray. You gotta put
then it's it's Wu-Tang, because right now 95, GZA's probably my favorite MC.
Yeah,
my personal
that's
favorite
Liquid
MC.
Swords.
That's my favorite, personal favorite MC right there.
Yeah.
In 95.
Yeah.
That shit, Liquid Swords, my guy. Woo.
Yeah.
Coming off that 36 Chambers.
Yeah.
So
and then Hawk, you got Mobb Deep.
Right, but it's a group, so I don't know if we're doing groups.
Yeah. So let's see. We could put Nas in there again too.
I mean, you probably have to.
Yeah, Nas. And Snoop. We got Snoop on there. Snoop.
It's got Snoop.
It's a lot of names. It's some names like I'm trying to think. Like who else?
1996 we at?
Yeah, 96. So 96. That right there, I would say
massive instrument artists like Tupac, LL, Nas, and the Fugees. All right, so we're gonna go Tupac, we're gonna go LL. Absolutely.
Nas.
Is Jay-Z in the mix yet?
See, that's the thing, right, Hawk? Like, I want to ask you this, Hawk, like, because I had this argument with the Reasonable Doubt thing, right? And I'm like, Jay had a run, but like Hawk, like, but he didn't have like how you say, like how they had that impact, like the guys we talk about, like the LLs, the Pacs, the Nas, the even Ghostface came out that year, the Fugees.
He's just getting started.
He's just getting started. So it's like
you can't even include him in these cats been around for a few years.
Yeah. So it's like you can't really include him in that conversation. It's still Biggie. Biggie and AZ was like the two top rappers out of Brooklyn. Because AZ did his first album, and then Biggie with Junior Mafia and all the stuff he was doing. So yeah, you gotta say Jay was like he was just getting started. So Jay.
Okay, so we got Biggie, Nas, Tupac, LL, and Method Man.
Yeah, Method Man, definitely. And then 97, that's Bad Boy. Let's be honest, that was a Bad Boy year.
Yeah, it's like life after death.
Life After Death. That's No Way Out. That's Harlem World Mace. That's like Bad Boy. That was a Bad Boy takeover year. So it was nobody.
Is Missy included in this?
Yeah, we could put Missy.
That's the Rays. Super Duper Fly.
Missy.
That was probably the hottest song that year.
Yep.
All right, so now you got Busta Rhymes. Put your hands where my eyes can see.
We gotta slide Busta in there. Busta definitely got.
Would you have to slide Busta in there? I mean, that's his first album as a solo artist, right?
Yeah. And we gotta look. He had a major impact all through the 90s, even with Leaders.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so Busta definitely gets in that automatically.
Scenario Remix is one of the greatest remix projects ever, if not my favorite.
Yeah.
And he closes it out.
And like, can we say Red and Meth? We gotta put Red and Meth in because Red Man. And yo, Hot, we forget one more we forgot one person. We forgot Keith Murray. We forgot and Cannabis, because Cannabis Cannabis was coming up, was really killing it.
Yeah,
but then the LL beef,
you know, and
yeah,
mind you, I'm a fan of Cannabis. I'm a
yeah,
fan of Keith Murray.
yeah,
Two of my fan favorites. I'm
yeah,
just thinking about in terms of impact.
yeah,
Like, when we say Nas,
yeah,
Big,
yeah, Big, yeah,
Missy,
Missy, yeah,
Buster,
yeah. And then you got Puff, and
Big
Mace.
Puff. See,
Yeah,
I can't really include Puff in this because he's not
yeah,
really
yeah, yeah.
not really
So
an
we really
MC.
got to say Mace, because Mace was the one that was really carrying it.
Yeah, at that point,
Yeah, you
but
gotta say
is Mace still just starting out, or is he in the
he's in, because
he's in?
yeah, because that's 97, that's Harlem World. So yeah, he's in, he's in.
You from Harlem?
Nah, I'm from Queens.
Okay, you from Queens. Okay.
Yeah,
I see you. Yeah, you got an affinity for Harlem rappers. It seems like.
No.
No disrespect to Harlem.
I will keep it real. I'm gonna be honest. I think Queens got the best rappers.
I think Queens has the most best rappers.
The most best rappers. I just think like they impact, in my opinion, like
yeah, it's undeniable.
It's undeniable because it started with Run DMC, and then it just continued.
It might have started before that.
It might have started before that, but I just think Run DMC really had the major impact. And we really look at like with Queens rappers, because everybody followed that LL Run DMC blueprint out of Queens.
Yeah, that's real. Curtis Blow's from where? He's from the Bronx.
Yeah.
Because I got Russell, so I'm thinking Russell's from Queens. He's partying in the Bronx. He's partying in Harlem. He's downtown, uptown. Russell's all over.
And then you gotta look all the producers, that was like big. You had the Marley Mars, you got Herbie, you got Kwame. Shout out to Kwame. You got a lot of Kwame. You got a lot of people. Nasheem, he's from Queens. So you got a lot of producers that came out of Queens. And
Long Island has the best rappers.
So Long Island do.
That's why I said the most best, because Jersey got the best rappers.
Oh yeah, Jersey do. But yo, I never understood this though. It's like Jersey, in my opinion, it's like a 6-borough. Cause like people love Naughty, Queen Latifah, like Redman, like Jersey is like the most important. Then Sugar Hill Gang, they came from Jersey.
Yeah, Will Smith is from Philly. Somebody's being funny. Put Will Smith in lab. Now Will Smith is actually from Philly, but
yeah, he's from Philly.
We're not gonna front on like Philly don't have top tier MCs. So
yeah, they do. And then you got Poor Righteous Teachers.
Yeah, I mentioned Wise Intelligent earlier when you was off.
Yep.
PRT. Absolutely. He's one of the dopest of all time. Wise Intelligent. Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, man. So what we at now? We at 98, right?
Yeah, we at 98. So that's DMX.
Damn.
That's Big Pun. That's Mace Still. That's Nas. Master. Well, I can't even put Master P in that. You think we could put Master P?
Is he a rapper?
Nah, I wouldn't say he's a rapper. I feel like he's
more like Puff.
He's more like Puff. Like he was good for the time period, but like as far as like a lyricist or a rapper, no, I really look at him as like a Dr. Dre, Puff. Like he was good with the guys, like the rappers was like the guys like the C Murders, the Mysticals and stuff like that. They were like the rappers.
So Jay-Z dropped Hard Knock Life
Volume 2.
Yeah. So
but that's the thing.
You can't tell me he had that on lock. He had that year on lock, God.
Yeah, but it's like he was tied with DMX though, Hawk. That's the thing. I
mean, did the Reasonable Doubt he put put his stake in.
He did.
You know, critically acclaimed. The streets is feeling them.
Yeah.
They come back with Hard Knock Life, God. Like,
yeah.
And then even with the whole Murder Inc. group that was supposed to happen with him, DMX, and Ja Rule, like Jay was kind of the centerpiece of that.
Yeah. But what you like? How you feel like when it comes to like Jay-Z, right? Because like I think he was like, in my opinion, I think he was like, and like most rappers that came out of his time period, he was always like in the conversation and in that group. But it was like he was like the number 3 guy. Like I always looked at him like the number 3 guy, and like the number 1 guy was like whoever was like leading that era. So it's like from a 96 standpoint, it's Pac and it's Nas, right? And then in 97 is Bad Boy. So that's Big, that's Mace, right? And in 98, he's sharing it with DMX. You got Big Pun, you got Nori, you got all these people came out in 98. 98 was an important year. That's Cameron, that's Cannabis. That's so many artists that came out in 1998. But it's like Jay-Z was like sharing it with DMX because DMX was on fire. People can't take that from DMX. He was the guy.
DMX was definitely on fire, but it's not a but. It's not a but. It's a different.
Yeah.
Like that Tupac conversation.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like his impact, like after Pac dying, like.
But it still took,
like
it still took a minute though. It wasn't like right off the bat.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. It took a while, but like when I feel like when he did Get At Me Dog, and then from Get At Me Dog to Rough Riders Anthem is like he was like it just was different.
It was different. How can I say? Because you're not wrong.
Yeah.
It's just that, in all fairness to Jay-Z.
No, I know. I know. Because
it was like, yo, he's the next nigga.
Yeah.
Like it was like the image, the marketing, his story, his like it was Jay, Nas.
Yeah.
In 98.
Yeah.
DMX was like his own thing where you don't compare nobody to DMX. Like he's
that's what it is. Like
he's his own thing. It's like he's not even thing. It's like lyrically, Jay, Nas.
Yeah.
Like they take, and not to say that DMX back to Pac.
Yeah.
It's a passion.
It's a passion, yeah.
It's a passion. It's an energy, an emotional force that DMX and Tupac are.
Yeah, I feel like it's like
Nas, and Big, it's a mental game.
It's the mental game, yeah. It's the lyrics.
So when you checking for the lyric, like the emotion is like secondary. The first thing I'm listening to is like, I'm listening to your lyric.
Yeah.
Some people first thing they listen to is listen to the beat.
Yeah.
Some people they not listening to nothing. They're trying to feel the emotion of the music.
Music, yeah.
Right. And in that
sense, but that's so true because like when I look at like Jay and then I look at X, and then I remember Jay-Z saying in an interview, he said like when he was performing like after X, like before X got on, and he said when X got on, he said the people was crying. It was like
you gotta give me 45 minutes. Let this shit come down. I'm not following that shit.
Yeah.
You kick me? Nah.
It was like, and like the way he was saying is like how people talk about like Michael Jackson, like Michael just touched people, like Prince, and like this is like the conversation like with Prince and Michael, like Prince great songwriter. He touched people on a different level. Michael touched people spiritual wise. So it's like it's kind of like Michael is in a whole different level. Like you can't compare nobody to Michael Jackson. People try, but it's like you can't compare nobody. And it's the same thing like
DMX. It's his own space.
You don't say you can't compare DMX. It's like, and it's same thing with Pac. You can't compare nobody to Pac.
Nah, it's different.
It's different. So it's like you said, like with Jay, Nas, and Big, it's like it's a mental game. You dealing with lyricists. You're dealing with people like Jay got the double entendres. Nas got the wicked wordplay and metaphors. Biggie's got the witty wordplay and punchlines, and it's like you see the connections there. You know, you see like, okay, we could do a comparison, Jay-Z, Biggie, and Nas. But it's like with Pac, like you said, Pac, it's no comparisons. So it's like even like with like I had a conversation about Big Pun, right? And somebody had to correct because I was looking at Biggie and I was looking at Big Pun, and I was like, Pun was like the Spanish version of Biggie, and you know, Biggie was the guy. And then I was trying to like, I was looking at like Pun first album and then Biggie first album, and then somebody told me, he's like, yeah, Capital Punishment is a dope album, like, but Ready to Die is Ready to Die, and I'm like, but no, Pun is dope. Like Pun is lyrically, he's that guy. Like me personally, I just don't understand why people don't give Pun like the credit, because I feel like Pun is like, when he came out, Pun was like different.
Pun is fucking one of the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
You know, lyricist extraordinaire.
Yeah.
Witty.
Yeah.
Songwriter. Flows.
Yeah.
But Big.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like
that Ready to Die, bruh.
It's different. It's different.
It's like, it's a story. I was trying to tell somebody the other day. I've always regarded Ready to Die as a conscious album.
Yeah, it was. It was.
And the person disagreed with me, laughed at me actually, which was crazy. But I'm like, the reason why it's a conscious album is because he's telling you what he's conscious of.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, this is what he's conscious of.
Yeah.
And he's describing it through this character. So I look at the character, like the songs tell a story of somebody who's in the street, can't depend on mom no more, got to get out of here and get mine. You know, I'm short on skills, so I got to go ahead and get in these streets and do what I do. And, you know, this is where it's taking me, but it's the suicidal thoughts. It's the me and my bitch. It's the fucking, it's the
unbelievable. It's the
unbelievable. Oh my God. Yeah. When I heard Unbelievable, Respect. It was over for me.
Yeah.
But Respect, it's like he's giving you a description. And I had moved to Brooklyn in '94. I think I was about to lead up to this. I moved to Brooklyn in '94 from Jersey, moved to Brooklyn. I'm in Park Slope, I'm in Bed-Stuy, I'm in Clinton Hill, I'm in Fort Greene. Like I'm there, like right there, taking the train to the city, like that whole, actually, when I'm listening to Ready to Die, nigga, I'm you know what I'm saying? I'm there.
Yeah.
The album dropped in '93. I moved to Brooklyn in '94. So I'm soaking that all in, and he just detailed every fucking bit of that area of Brooklyn.
And you know some hot, like when you listen to, like, go back to, like, and I heard somebody said this, like when you really listen to that album, like what the Chronic was for the West Coast, Ready to Die was that for the East Coast.
Yes.
Because when you listen to that intro, like him coming out of jail, when you get it straight into it. We're back in the days when niggas wore shades, Gazelle shades,
corn braids, pitching pennies. Always had the hot top, Elliot shooting skelly. Motherfuckers was all friendly. Now it's at the barbecues, drinking brews with the neighborhood crew. Avenue, Turk Pages, 1983. Like it's a fucking story. He just took you back to a time that I remember so fucking vividly, and he got me right there. He just captured the imagination from out the fucking gate. Like the nigga was a master wordsmith.
Yeah, he was.
Master wordsmith. But big up to the Chronic because the Chronic forced East Coast to get their production game up.
Yeah. I really believe like that album, it just inspired a lot of people. And don't get me wrong, like that's just like I feel like the two most important albums just in that year, in my opinion, in '94. And I'm gonna say a third one that nobody speaks on. OC's Word Life.
Mm-hmm.
That's an album that nobody speaks on. That in my opinion, I feel like that's an important album out the East Coast too. But it wasn't how you say like commercial wise, and wasn't loved by the critics. But if you are independent hip hop lover, OC Word Life album is up there with Ready to Die and Illmatic, in my opinion.
Nigga said you lack the minerals and vitamins, the ions and the niacin. Oh, don't forget J. Rule the Damager.
Yeah, J. Rule. Yes, J. Rule.
That was a tight album.
J. Rule. And I think like those four albums, like East Coast, like Sound.
But wait a minute, we left somebody out. Oh, Lord have mercy.
Who? Gangstar?
Gangstar Guru, brother.
Yes.
You knew it. Yeah.
Yes. Mass Appeal was definitely, I feel like that was Primo's best beat right there, man. That beat is crazy.
Guru.
But I feel like you said, like, but that Ready to Die, like that album is so important. Like, I feel like with Big and even with Illmatic, because Illmatic is so damn great too. It's like Ready to Die. Like when you put those albums, like you listen to those albums back to back, it's like a fucking movie, man.
Bro, so I'm just thinking about somebody laughing at me that I said Ready to Die was a conscious album. You know how conscious you got to be to predict the details of your future death?
Yeah.
Like, unfortunately, power, life, and death is in the tongue.
It's in the tongue, yeah. That and Ready to Die was like
10 Crack Commandments, my guy. Come on, bro.
Hey, you know something? Well, I listen to Life. That's another album, Life After Death. When I listen to that album, and I listen to Somebody Gotta Die. Oh man,
got to die.
I mean, you're nobody till somebody kills you.
Oh my God.
Like Skies of the Limit, Missing You. I mean, effing you tonight.
Long Kiss Goodnight.
Long Kiss Goodnight. Like, I mean, come on. Like, that whole album is just crazy. Storytelling. The visual, like you can sit there just when you listen to like Niggas Bleed. That record right there is a movie. Like if Hollywood directors
let the gunshots roll.
And just if a Hollywood director just sat down and took those Biggie lyrics and turned that into a TV series or a movie, it's over.
It'll go. Somebody needs to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ready to Die, a video for every like a little short movie. I know Irv was doing that for a minute. Yeah. Big shout out, rest in peace to Irv Gotti.
Rest in peace to Irv. Like,
I
hope Betty. We're gonna put this in Betty Boo's ear. I hope Betty Boo do take it and just do it. Betty Boo got to do it.
Well, I'm sure you'd have to consult with Puff. So. You're just not gonna want to do nothing. Ready to Die, Life After Death without having Puff involved. That's
yeah. You know he got to be involved.
Oh man, yeah. So yeah, Yeah, I just that Ready to Die album is something awesome. But we at 1998.
Yeah, so we going into 99. So that's DMX.
As DMX is the #1 artist.
He's the #1 artist.
He absolutely.
Eminem, Nas is in there because
they got Dr. Dre, but I can't really. Yeah. So we got
Jay-Z.
Outkast and Criminal. What we doing with
Outkast? So that's the thing, right? So Outkast, this is the thing. Like in your
Andre
opinion,
3000,
right?
brother. Andre 3 Stacks.
3 Stacks. We gotta put 3 Stacks in there. Most Def. We gotta put Most Def. Yo, we forgot Common, huh? We can put Common in there.
Damn, we wildin'.
Yeah, we
in 1999 or
yeah, 99. Yeah.
But where was he? When his first album dropped? 93.
93. Yeah, around 93.
Right, he dropped 93. He dropped 95 and 96.
Yeah.
And then he dropped again.
When in like 99, 2000?
$1999? No. Common signature track from this era, 1999. Yeah, he dropped in 1999. Yeah.
So yeah, we put Common in there.
Now, okay, so what's the criteria or what's the elements that's getting these guys in here? Like what's the not to say
so
Common?
We could put him for like lyricism.
Lyricism?
Yeah, lyricism.
And who else we dealing with?
So we got X, we got Eminem,
X, Eminem,
Nas,
Andre 3 Stacks.
Andre 3 Stacks.
1, 2.
Can we put Juvenile in there? Huh?
I don't know. Can we? I mean, he had the big hit, but it's not a but. It's just a.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, the hit was probably the biggest that year.
You know who we could slide in? But then again, we might have to put him as lyricist. Black Rob.
All right, before we get to Black Rob, what year did Miseducation Lauryn Hill drop?
Lauryn Hill, yeah. Lauryn Hill got to get it.
What year did it drop?
That was 98.
That was 98?
So we could slide her in 98.
Yeah, she definitely got to be in 98.
Yeah, she got to be in 98. Because that was an important album.
Now, so because like it's like the album, the importance of the album, but as MCs, like ranking MCs against each other.
She's like Lauren is an MC. Lauren is an MC. I could put her in that MC category.
Yeah,
because if you really look at it, the album, yes, it had rap in it, it had hip hop in it, but it also had R&B. So it's like she was like, now a lot of rappers is doing it now, like mixing the R&B with the hip hop. But when Lauren was doing it, it was other artists that did it, but the way Lauren did it and how she did it with the Fugees and then her solo thing, it changed it. She was a game changer. So Lauren definitely got to go in there. Lauren definitely got to go in there.
Did Nas drop the project? Where's Nas at?
So Nas is in 99. Nas dropped I Am, Nostradamus, both that year. So he's definitely in there. But the thing is, But the thing is,
Lil Kim too, by the way.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. The only reason that I'm kind of like skeptic with Nas is because he got a lot of criticism when he did Nostradamus. Like I Am is a great album. I still listen to it, but I feel
Illmatic is one of the greatest of all time.
Illmatic, yeah, definitely. But I feel like when Nas was getting into that third to the fourth album space, people wasn't really like, and it wasn't until like he did like I Would Believe Stillmatic. Stillmatic was like, in my opinion, was like Nas. Like after it was written, that was Nas' best project in my opinion. I Am is definitely, in my opinion, my favorite because I love I Am. I think I Am is a solid album. But Stillmatic was the album that told the critics, like, hold up, this one right here is legendary. Just the way he started it off and the way it ended. You know, like he did a whole song like fast forward. Like I've never seen no artist did what he did with Rewind. No rapper has done.
Okay, so to that point, right? When you got an artist like a Nas, right? A Jizza, a Black Thought,
yeah.
A
we can put most Def in there.
Yeah, but I want to be very specific about what I'm about to say.
In
terms of doing something lyrically that expands the craft itself.
Yeah.
Like there's people who master the craft.
Yeah.
There's people who expand the craft.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, of course.
So like when you talk about Nas, first of all, he had the song about the bullet.
Yeah.
Gun. And like
oh my God.
Like the way you have to focus in to follow the shit.
Yeah.
Or Jizza or Brother J.
Yeah. Hold up. We forget one person. Hot.
What's that?
Pharaoh Monch. We got Pharaoh Monch.
Like a Pharaoh Monch.
Yes.
Yeah. It's so that Nas is that's an ill skill that he has. Every so often he'll give you something that's like that's just never been done before.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
What's illo is I prefer Jay-Z as an MC though.
Yeah. Now I want to get into that. From like rapping wise, right? Like we talk Nas and Jay-Z. Body of work, a lot of people say like Nas, the thing with Nas is I don't think it's the production. I think it sometimes the records he does, it turns a lot of people off, and a lot of people, like I have conversations that say, well, Nas is too preachy. You know, we love the music, we love when he do the records, but he's too preachy. But I feel like Nas is for like a select few the people that could resonate to Nas. Everybody in Jay-Z, I feel like he could resonate to a lot of people. So a lot of people love Jay-Z because Jay-Z can make commercial records. He can make the street records. He can make the records that's catchy. Nas can make those same type of records, but Nas, he loves to be a well-rounded artist where he can give you everything. Where Jay-Z, he knows his limitations of where he wants to give his audience. And that's cool too. But I feel like, as hip-hop fans, a lot of people criticize Jay-Z for that. And then people that love Jay-Z criticize Nas for being preachy. How you feel, Hot, like in that conversation? Like,
so Nas is a true poet. He's a true poet. He's a true artist. He's a like I'm stuck on Taking in Blood. That's all I've been listening to in the gym over and over. Taking in Blood is fucking crazy. That shit is crazy. But with that, when you're that creative, it's like it's hit and miss.
Yeah.
Right. Jay is, he's a hustler.
Yeah.
So if this is what you're buying, this is what I'm selling.
That's what I'm selling. Yeah.
I'm not going to deviate from what I'm selling you, which is kind of getting him fucked up right now, which is a whole nother story.
Oh yeah.
Whereas sometimes you gotta change the dope, dude. You gotta at some point you gotta switch it up. It's getting redundant. And anyway, in terms of his spit game, though, his how he flows on a track, the tracks that he picks, that he's like, I don't know though. It's like
he has a
time tells all. So I'm gonna make a quick comparison, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know about Vincent Van Gogh, right?
Yeah, yeah.
All right, and you know he didn't become a famous artist until 70 years after he died.
That's the truth. That is the truth. That is
He's
the truth.
considered one of the greatest artists, painters
Yeah,
of all time, of
yeah,
throughout history.
yeah.
He's considered one of the greatest,
Mm-hmm.
but he wasn't when he was alive,
No, no.
right? So sometimes time, society, people have to catch up to the brilliance and the genius, and you reflect back, and your
Yeah,
shit starts to get elevated above other people's shit.
yeah,
So Nas, he's an artist
yeah.
that it's like the more you live with his music, it might take you a while to really
It
dig
might
into.
take you years. It
It
might
might
take you
take you
years.
years to really understand where he was coming from, and you're like, "Oh my God, he was saying this." I
Yeah,
can't believe you.
because you know something hot. Because I'm glad you say that. Because like when Jay-Z did 4 for 4, right?
Mhm.
And I remember like when Jay was getting at him when he did Takeover, and like those diss tracks he was doing with that Nas, and he was talking about first it was Black Girl Laws, that was You Owe Me Ice, right?
Right.
And I remember like people would criticize Nas for that, and then when I started hearing rappers later on when they got to they later stage of their artistry, they started doing what Nas was doing back then. So Nas was like ahead of the curve because like 4 for 4, I tell people this. Life is Good was the prequel of 4 for 4. If people really listen to Life is Good, that album sounds exactly like 4 for 4.
Mhm.
And I feel like Nas, he does things. That's why when people say, "Oh, Nas need to do another Illmatic," no, Nas he's the type of artist that once he does something, he expands. That's why he
Yeah.
said it's always though that I'm moving. Because he telling you that okay, y'all love Illmatic, but I'm gonna give you Stillmatic. It's so different in Illmatic. But
Mhm.
it's you still go get the same bars, you still go get the same stories, you still go, but it's an expansion of what I'm giving you that's gonna be so different than Illmatic. And that's just
Yeah.
like with Nas, like with the Hit Boy, like a lot of that Hit Boy stuff. People may not like it now, but years from now, people gonna listen to it. They're gonna be like, "Yo, I just saw something. I was watching the TV the other day, and this guy, him and his wife, had just built a spaceship. And he said he was listening to a Nas record, and the record inspired him to build a spaceship. So it's like Nas is like so ahead of the curve. How like people don't understand like things that he does now. People are gonna respect it years later.
Years later, exactly.
And that's what I
Exactly.
think that he has over a lot of rappers like the Jay-Z's and all these guys because he was thinking ahead of the curve. Like when people asked him to do like when he did the album with Primo, a lot of people gave him negative reviews. But if people go back, they gonna listen to the album, they're gonna be like, yo,
Yeah.
I was bugging. This album was
So
a great album. But people will be like, oh, Primo gave him some whack beats, man. He didn't give him the stuff that he gave him with Elmatic because people are so transfixed on the production, they
right.
so transfixed on what he's saying, the subject matter, because a lot of people has not really grasped this Nas that's rapping because now he's talking about life stuff. He's talking about, he's into investments. He's talking about certain things like that. So that's what he really rhyming about.
Yeah.
Whereas before they like, oh, what happened to the gritty Nas? We want the gritty Nas, but when it's all down the line, they're gonna say that, yo, Nas really was ahead of the learning curve.
Yeah. So yeah, it's the now crowd.
Yeah,
We've been dumbed down so badly
yeah,
that the now crowd is just dumb. They want it quick, fast.
yeah,
They want it instant.
yep,
They're not really don't have the bandwidth to take time and really digest
yeah,
what is happening. You know what I mean? So in that world, but as you get older and you
yeah,
trying to make sense of your life and
yeah,
make sense of the world around you,
yeah,
you're gonna need artists like Nas to really
yeah,
see what he's saying.
yeah,
Though, Jay right now, like I'm used to Jay being on the offensive.
yeah,
And it seems like now he's being defensive.
yeah. You notice, yo, hot, and we was talking about this earlier because I want to get into that because we gotta get into it. Like hot, like he did the Yankee Stadium thing. A lot of people's talking about it. You got people that's criticizing it. You got people that's saying, "Yo, that was the dopest concert ever."
Mm-hmm.
And I respect it because people love Jay, and there's no and everybody should love him. He did what he did for the culture. But I feel like a lot of people is also fed up because it's like, okay, Jay, we know your business. We know you business first. We know you come out when you got something that you push, an album or a product.
Right.
But we as a people, we're looking at it as we got Carmelo Anthony, we got Nolan Wells, we got so much things going on in the community
Come
where
on.
our people losing their lives. These companies are saying we don't want to deal with black people. We don't want to deal with DEI. We don't want to hire these people. So it's like when you get mad and try to be defensive, and then when people are like, "Yo, Jay, you doing GQ, but you're not coming to sit down with brothers that got podcasts. You to
Nope.
promote your projects.
That's
You
right.
doing HBO." And a lot of people's like, "Yo, we got podcasts, we got platforms. You don't want to sit down with us, but you will sit down with GQ because you can control it." And it's like you can't do that in this new age because we're in the age of Aquarius. That's what people got to understand. We're not in the age of people being blind no more. People are now waking up. People are now seeing what's going on. I saw a video with a brother where he basically was talking about, like, yo, people is about unity now. People about coming together and seeing what's going on, and they waking up from this. So it's like what people were saying, like the brother was saying, yo, I feel like this is a distraction. That whole was coming out trying to like tell the niggas like, don't bother with that, bother with this. And that's the way how a lot of people that's of the conscious mind is. They feel like Jay, what team is you siding with?
Yeah. I think it's a losing proposition.
Yeah.
Uh, it's a losing proposition because we are at this time in history with
Mm-hmm.
everything going on, and because information travels so fast, and
Yeah.
so many people are tapped in, even though that most people still 85 and they
Yeah.
got a particular slant to it. People gonna question you, and they got the platform to throw bricks at you,
Yeah.
right? And because the conversation that you're having in your rhymes, you really can't have those conversations. You shouldn't really be having those conversations because now you're out of your league. Now,
Yeah.
people who really got that information, who really know politics, who really know the effect of what you're saying, who really know what's going on with the Target boycott, who really know what's going on with everything that you just mentioned with these murders going on around the
Uh-huh.
country, looking at you like, okay, you worth $3 billion. So what are you doing about it?
Yep.
We selective with the politics. Yeah, we were selected with the politics when we boycotted Cristal because you told us to.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
Facts.
Like it's are we past kneeling? No, we not past kneeling. But we also need economic growth. And in that, you should keep being the great person you are in that world.
Yeah.
When you start crossing over into a world that you have no mastery over, you set up to lose. Don't
Yep.
go there. Um, we could use people like him and a whole bunch of other MCs when we talking about the power of the word,
Yeah.
how we move the masses, move the
Yeah.
crowd. MC means
Yeah.
move the crowd.
Yeah.
Like we need to move the crowd to another place
Yeah.
that's beneficial for us as a people
Yeah.
and not beneficial for us as a rapper.
Yeah. And you know that's so true because I feel like how like us as a people, we're just getting tired of the dumb down culture.
Yeah.
You know, we're tired of like, and don't get me wrong, like it was an era in time that people loved it, you know. But then when you see like the things that have been going on in society, and people just been starting to wake up, and it's like we don't want to hear no more the drill rap, the kill 'em dead rap. We don't want to hear the murder rap no more. We don't want to hear the women talking about spitting that, you know, the stripper type of music. We don't want to hear that no more. We want something else, you know, because a lot of these guys like Jay-Z, who's like we gotta give him his credit. He is the spokesman of music. He's the face. He's the guy. Like everybody came out for him at Yankee Stadium, and the whole entertainment community came out for him. All the who's who in hip hop, all the actors, all the athletes, our actors, all came out, showed him love. He can do a self destruction right now. Say, yo, I need this artist, I need that artist, I need this. Y'all could do a self-destruction right now. You could do something that's powerful for the community right now.
Yeah.
Because you got the resources, like you said, and you got the everybody comes to your beck and call.
Right. But the reality of that is that when you are worth $3 billion, if he is, when you are worth $1 billion, if that's what Puff was worth, you are worth over $2 billion, which Kanye claimed he was, or however. When you get to that level of the game, you're on a whole nother level of the game.
Yep.
And you're in like, again, power of the word, your influence as an MC, as a rapper.
Yep.
Like, they know your influence,
mm-hmm.
and they're not gonna the machine's not gonna support anything that's against the machine.
That's a fact.
It's not gonna do that. And when you are a Jay-Z, it don't really take much to be perceived as against the machine. If you start using your voice for your people, you know, the pushback, will be swift.
Hey, but look, Hot. Look, sorry for cutting your wisdom, Hot. But look at Puff. He started talking about the party thing.
You said Puff?
Yeah, when he started talking about the party, when he did that interview with Charlamagne.
That's not what happened. That's not what happened to him.
I know.
No. What happened? All right, this is my opinion.
Yeah.
Something in that line, but it wasn't that. It was him threatening. Well, I think he had the lawsuit against
B.I.G.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Right. And I think he won. I don't know what the details were.
Yeah.
Right. But when you look at who the owners of Diageo is, it starts to get real.
It gets spooky.
Right. So when you running around threatening lawsuits and bashing us and charging racism and they're racist, when you doing that, and we know you filthy,
we coming for you.
And that's when he was talking that third party, we need to get an all black party, all that shit. I was like, please chill with that talk, because you're filthy. And when they take you down, they take the
everybody
movement
else down.
Right, and that's the thing with our brothers and sisters.
Hey, but Hot, like, and that's so true. But that's so true, Hot, because look, just as Clyde Davis has passed away, Jermaine Dupri got this big lawsuit that he just put in. Like that right there. Like, and I told somebody, I said, these guys got to be careful, because, like you said, Hot, if you got skeletons in your closet and you trying to file lawsuits, these people play dirty.
Yeah.
And they are not going to allow you to try to get your financial freedom, because yes, they may have owed you, but if these people got so many people that's behind them, they got fixers, they got the media, they got so many people behind you that they hear you about to put this amount of money, and they still got people in these buildings. They're gonna stop all that down. They're gonna shut that down.
Yeah. So they know these MCs, these moguls, these rappers, they know what it is.
Yeah, they know.
And that's why we, even the 38 Special Jadakiss thing.
And how you feel about that, Hawk? How you feel about the 38 Special Jadakiss thing?
So, Jada, I told you.
Yeah.
One of my favorites.
Yeah.
Right? Jada got a long history of 16-bar fire.
Yeah.
Long history.
Yeah.
I don't think Special has put in enough time to legitimately be calling jokers out. But his last comments about the video that they did, I we 50 plus years old, we still talking about coke.
Yeah, he is right. He's right. He's right.
Well, he talks about coke, and he's 40 plus. So what difference does it make?
Yeah,
it's like
it's kind of it's kind of hypocrisy there, because
it's hypocritical. Like I feel what you're saying, Special, but you got coke bars in your joint. So what the fuck is you talking about?
Yeah. You can't call Kiss out about coke bars.
He said Khaled is in the video. He said, "Don't say nothing till you speak up for your people."
Yeah. That's true.
That's heavy.
Yeah.
That's heavy. But nah, I think it's funny, Spesh and Jada going back and forth with each other.
Mm-hmm.
But Jadakiss is one of them ones, bro. I
Yeah.
don't think Spesh has put enough work to even be in the conversation with Jadakiss.
Yeah.
That's not saying Spesh is whack because he's
Yeah.
absolutely not whack.
That's 30 plus years with
Yeah,
Jada.
man. Yeah, Spesh is he's nice with it, but nah, bro, you not Jadakiss nice with it. Stop.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. You gotta give like I tell people like Jada Kiss is just like the only problem that Jada has is that he just never had that album and he the body of work because he was always in a group. But if he would have went solo, like right after the first debut album, I think he would have probably it would have been a strong case to put him like in the top three, top five. Because I understand why people say, "Yo, I can't say Kiss is top three, top five. I can say he's
It's
top 20."
right because when you it's the albums,
Yeah,
he got no standout LPs, no standout albums where you just like how
yeah,
we talk about Big and Ready to Die.
yeah,
Are we talking about Tupac and All Eyes on Me and
yeah,
Machiavelli and when we talk about nigga, no
yeah,
skips, no fast forwards,
yeah,
just a ride. The Chronic. We talk about
yeah,
I don't have that yet from Jada.
yeah,
I got a
yeah.
lot of hot 16s and
I
a
see.
lot of collaborations. Like you wait for him when you know he's gonna be on the record.
Yeah, you wait for
Hear
Kiss to come on. Yeah, you wait for him to
you wait
come
to
on.
hear that shit.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah,
he always delivers.
yeah.
But on a song, it's just like
Mm,
it's like
yeah.
uh,
I get what you're saying.
you
So,
know,
yo, Hawk, you think that's like, you think that's kind of like, you think that's like with Prodigy too? Hawk, you think Prodigy? You can say that like with P, or you think P got a little edge over him?
yes, in a water, please. In a water, please. I'm sorry. Prodigy, Mobb Deep, one of the greatest rap groups of all time, absolutely. But I always think of Prodigy within the confines of Mobb Deep.
Yeah,
I don't,
yeah,
I know people think, to a lot of people, excuse me,
yeah,
Prodigy is one of their favorite MCs, lyricists.
yeah,
Absolutely, I understand why,
yeah,
but he's not one of my favorite. Like
yeah,
as Mobb Deep, yeah.
yeah,
As Prodigy, the solo artist,
yeah,
you know,
yeah. Now I feel you on that because it's like you. I think a lot of artists when they in a group, and especially if you like a standout of the group, and they don't really like the solo. Like I always feel like most artists like they never get to their solo album when they had like the momentum. Like if P would have did a solo album like right after Infamous, people will like put him and say like, "Yo, that P's like the the top five, top 10 of the conversation." And the same thing with Jada, but it's because that they solo albums came late and they was so much in a group. Like people look at them as like a group member. It's like that always be like the problem with a lot of artists because it's like even like with I would say like with Onyx, like Sticky Fingers, in my opinion, I feel is one of the illest. But I
yeah,
feel like Sticky was in Onyx, and when he eventually did do a solo album, his momentum was not like it was when he first came out. So I feel like when artists don't put out a solo project when they hot, it kind of like people like, yeah, they dropped the album, but it doesn't meet the anticipation of the people.
yeah. See, it's so difficult because you got marketing, promotions, publicity,
Yeah.
setup, being A&R properly, having the right production, knowing how to tell a story, knowing how to create a
Mm-hmm.
character, and then
Mm-hmm.
have the character be realistic. Like some people, you appreciate them for their rhymes.
Yeah.
Some people you appreciate them because of their character.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like they've created a character that you get to kind of when they rhyme, you see who's rhyming to you,
Mm-hmm.
and it's an entire experience. It's just not motherfuckers spitting bars at you.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, some it's when you do an album, you want to create that feeling of a ride. Like I'm taking you from one place to
To
the
another.
next. If you got an MC that's just gonna keep you in one place all the time and not take you for a ride,
Yeah.
like you don't get the same experience. It just becomes a bunch of verses at that point.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
That, that's
he might have like 3 or 4 hit records in there, but do you tell me? Is it a story? Is it a
yeah.
is it a classic, or is it just 3 hot singles that they play in the
Yeah.
club? And
Hey, yo, Hawk, you think that's what Black Thought kind of like suffer from, Hawk? Like because he never like went solo. You think that's what he kind of like suffer like? Because a lot of people say Thought is dope, but like when they had like the cut, because I had conversations with people, they say like, but I can't say top 5. Like Thought is dope, but I can't say top. And I'll be like, but Thought
but
is one of the illest lyricists.
yeah, but it's the image,
Yeah.
it's the everything, it's the aura, it's the we in the street. People like gangster music, people
Yeah.
like gangster themes, gangster concepts,
Yeah.
drug crack rap, drug dealer.
Mm-hmm.
They want the drug dealer's theme. That's what they want.
Yeah.
And if you're not giving niggas the drug dealer theme, then they're like, well, he's all right. Nah, he got bars, but it's like one of them things. They're not really, and it could be a Black Thought. Like this
Yeah.
nigga is the fucking co-host of Jimmy fucking Fallon, nigga. This
Yeah.
nigga is the fucking
Yeah.
global. This nigga is the top of the chart, motherfucker.
Yeah.
On the bar work, on the freestyle work, on
Yeah.
the off the head work, mic
Yeah.
control, master of ceremony, move the
Yeah.
crowd. Like he's that dude. But
Yeah.
his character, his image,
Yeah.
what the streets want to relate to,
Yeah.
he don't fit. So they're not really fucking with him like that. Even though
Yeah.
they know the nigga will serve any of these niggas.
Yeah.
They're not really gonna.
Yeah.
I know he dope, but
Yeah. 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 Cause that's kind of like, cause like even like Pharaoh Monch, like I don't understand why people don't give Pharaoh his credit, cause Pharaoh, in my opinion, is one of the illest. Like on the mic, he's one of the illest, and I think he deserves more. Like, cause like that man wordplay is crazy.
Big shout out to Prince Poe, Organized Confusion
Prince
Massive,
Cole,
the whole joint. You know what I mean? Like the
yes,
brothers is next level. Again, MCs that expanded this art we call lyricism.
yes.
You know what I'm saying? Pharaoh Monch is the epitome of this nigga is fucking dope.
He's crazy. He crazy with the
Crazy.
ball.
But it's the same thing. It's like, if he was,
Yeah,
the gunman,
yeah,
I got bodies from here to there.
yeah,
And niggas would be eared in, like, oh shit, you already said?
yeah.
But because he's trying to fucking touch your brain and get you to think about other shit, it's like, whatever. I ain't fucking with that shit.
Yeah, cause that's the same thing with like Yasin Bey, aka Mos Def. Like he had the same thing, cause Def, in my opinion, is nice. Like he is crazy nice. Like mathematics. We talk about history. Like I love panties. Like even though he's singing on there, that's one of the hardest record. Like I can sit and listen to most all the time, but it's like you said, like if you don't got them gun bars or if you don't have that coke rap, it's like people is not gonna gravitate to you. It's like, yeah, he dope, but it's just not. He's not him. Like it's not, And it's like even like when Nas like do a lot of his conscious stuff. Like people like, man, I don't want that Nas. I want that Illmatic Nas. It's like, and I just don't be understanding. Like hip hop fans, in my opinion, is so fickle because they say they want real rap. They say they want like lyricism, but they don't support the real rappers. They complain about the mumble rap. They complain about the trash rap, but they don't support the underground rappers. And the only reason why people started supporting the Griselda rappers was because they had the gun bars, they had the coke rhymes and all that. But I remember listening to those guys when nobody was really like jacking them, and I was listening to them on Shea 45, and nobody knew who those guys was. Like I remember listening to Sean Price because I tell people like y'all guys got to give Sean Price his credit. Y'all got to give Kai. Y'all got to give Rock Marciano, Prodigy their credit because that lane that these guys are in, it came from those 5 gentlemen right there.
Yeah.
And it's like people, they overlook Prodigy's influence, they overlook Rock Marciano, Kai, and Sean Price influence, and then you slide in the Alchemist because the Alchemist really gave that whole no drums, but that all comes from RZA because we got to give RZA because RZA is the grandfather of the dirty drums, like the dirty drums, the dark, gritty soul, like the dirty rock samples.
Yeah,
like, that's RZA. Like and him coming up with that sound, and then people perfecting it from the Banks to the Just Blazes to the Kanye West, because these guys they took that whole sound. Because I really, in my opinion, I really feel like RZA changed the game of hip hop, hands down. If we talk about producers, like after RZA, everybody followed the RZA blueprint after him. Whether it was Bad Boy with the Hitman, because if people listen to that Biggie album, a lot of that sound like what RZA was doing. Like a lot of that production.
RZA's on there too.
Beats.
Nah, RZA's on there too.
Yeah, and RZA's on there with Long Kiss Goodnight. So it's like the Havocs, all these guys, that comes from that RZA sound. Because RZA, in my opinion, is like he knew what the trajectory of music was going to be. The West Coast had their Dr. Dre, they had their Battle Cats, they had all these the Daz Dillingers that came with the new sound for the West Coast, and like with RZA, he knew the new sound for the East Coast. Primo did what I love Primo. I love Pete Rock. I think Pete Rock and Primo is the great when it comes to production. Hands down, they did what they did in the game. But when it comes to production and we sit back and we listen, RZA, the trajectory of what RZA did with that Wu sound, and then what other producers just stepped it up after RZA. They stepped it up. I feel like, and that's why like when you listen to like these guys, like you listen to Alchemist, his influence is a lot of RZA. It's Muggs, but it's more RZA. Like people gotta go and listen to those beats. Those are more RZA sounding because RZA's the only one I see that could take a dirty soul sample, unknown soul sample. He can take that and a lot of people don't look. If people listen to Reasonable Doubt, a lot of that production, like Can I Live, Isaac Hayes, like what RZA did with an Isaac Hayes sample. People gotta really look at what he did with those stack records, because a lot of those stack records, a lot of that stack sound, RZA is the grand champion of that, hands down. I feel like RZA, in my opinion, a lot of producers gotta give him his credit. Kanye always give him his credit, but a lot of these producers gotta give him credit because a lot of they sounds after.
All right, so top 5 producers of all time.
Top 5, I would say RZA, definitely. I would say Pete Rock. I would say Primo. I'll say Marley Marl. See, that's a toss-up because the last one is kind of a toss-up because it's like it's so many great ones. So, man, I would say Larry Smith.
I was gonna say Larry Smith.
I'll say Larry Smith.
I was gonna say Larry Smith. Okay.
Larry Smith, there's no Dr. Dre without Larry Smith. Hands down. There's none of these producers like the Bomb Squad.
No fucking.
Yeah, no Eric Sermon.
Nah.
That's all Larry Smith. Like that, the way he did with Funk, like he was I would say he's the godfather of that G-Funk type of sound. Because every producer basically that had that type of sound, that funk influence sound, they followed the Larry Smith formula. So Larry Smith, I think, should be in that conversation. And we talking about producers.
Yeah. I would say Larry, Dre.
You say Tip?
Pete Rock, Premier.
Large Pro?
I'm gonna say Salam.
Yeah. Salam. Yo, Salam don't get a lot of credit.
He don't get enough credit.
He don't get enough credit for what he did. I feel like Salam, No ID. It's so many great producers that Diamond D, Lord Finesse. Like what Lord Finesse did for Dr. Dre, The Message. Like, that's one of my favorites off that 2001 album. I'm sorry.
Can you imagine Dr. Dre bring you in to fucking do some beats? It's fucking Lord Finesse.
Lord Finesse. And he gets the last song on the album. The last song.
Wow.
Like, that's how you know how, like, Lord is another one. Like, his production was ahead of his time. Yeah. Like people go back and listen to that first Lord Finesse album. Listen to that production. And you got Primo on there. People don't even know. Primo's on that first album. And Lord Finesse. If you listen to Lord Finesse, like his samples that he was picking, like I think, and that's another thing. The whole Digging in the Crates, that whole crew deserve their flowers. From Buck Wild to Easy LP to Showbiz, to Lord Finesse, to Diamond D. Like, their production is A1. I don't care what nobody says. Like, Bad Boy had to use a lot of those.
I co-sign that 1,000%. Everybody know. Digging in the Crates crew, just top notch.
Top notch.
Yep.
I don't care what nobody says. Digging in the Crates deserve, like, if they talk about production, and I would slide them. I would even slide them as an audible mention. That's just that Digging in the Crates crew.
I mean, they could be one. They could definitely be one of the five. But I also want to throw in. What about Teddy Riley?
Teddy Riley definitely. Game changer.
Teddy Riley, yeah.
Teddy Riley, game changer.
Somebody else I wanted to say.
Mark the 45 King.
Oh, rest in peace.
Rest in peace. Mark the 45 King gotta be in that conversation.
Absolutely.
Just off of Hard Knock Life, Jay-Z's biggest record.
Flavor Unit stuff.
Eminem. He did stand for Eminem.
Yeah.
So
1-800 number.
Yes. So and even the stuff he did for Rakim.
Yeah.
Like Mark the 45 King is, in my opinion, is a great producer. I don't care what nobody say. It's so many, and you know something hot. It's so many great producers that it's like it's so much hard. Like even your boys, hot. Your boys did some fire, man.
KRS.
Yeah.
You got DJ Quick.
Yep.
You got a whole host of people all around the country, bro. That bought that fire.
Yeah.
Who was down there? Who was the producer? Manny Fresh.
Manny Fresh.
Fucking Manny Fresh.
Manny Fresh changed the sound game, man. He changed the sound. That's why I said, like, when you look at hip hop and just look at like today, I feel like a lot of producers is not coming with it. Like the only one I say that really comes with it is Hit Boy. I give Hit Boy his credit. I feel like Hit Boy is like a student of all the great producers. But like all the other producers, like Hitmaker, he take a lot of recycled beats. He doing what Puff did. You know, he try to be like the new Puff, but he doesn't give like when I listen to producers and I'm like, yeah, that's cool, but it's like, but it's not like how we talking about these guys. Like these guys came with a whole different sound and whole different thing. Because I feel like, in my opinion, like even with back to Jay-Z, I feel like when Jay-Z got around Bink, Just Blaze, Kanye, I feel like that's Jay-Z found his sound.
Yeah.
I feel like Jay-Z really,
So all right. So is he releasing another project?
yeah, yeah. He's supposed to be doing something with Alchemist. That's what I heard. Like he's supposed to be working with Alchemist, Conductor, and I think it's just gonna be him. He basically I don't think he's gonna have any features. I think he's gonna try to do like a blueprint. That's what I think. Cause he got the documentary. He just did Yankee Stadium. He re-released Reasonable Doubt. You know how once he do any type of project or any type of concert he come out, you know it's an album involved.
So it's like, what are you going to talk about?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Cause I feel like when he did 4 for 4 hot, and a lot of people like 4 for 4, but I felt like Common did it, Mos Def did it, Nas did it. There's a lot of rappers that did that. Pharoah, a lot of rappers did that before Jay-Z when the stuff he was talking about on 4 for 4. I feel like, okay, Jay, you talking about some of these things, but are you standing with the things that you're saying? Because you can say that for the rap, but it's like what you said, Hot.
Yeah.
You still standing next to these people that you say that you not with. You know, you telling Colin Kaepernick, "Oh, I'm standing with Colin. I'm gonna support him," but it's like you not really standing with the cause, because if you can go and sit with the NFL and say that we done past kneeling and then cut the check and then you become like the guy that's doing the music. Because I know like with Jay doing this Yankee Stadium, I know like he's supposed to like fulfill like I think this is gonna be like his last year with the NFL. And I know he's gonna try to do an NFL Super Bowl performance. I think it because it's gonna go into promoting his album. But I feel like a lot of people is just tired of hearing Jay-Z talk the same stuff. We don't want to hear the coke dealer, you know, the glorifying of it. We want to hear something else. That's the way I feel.
So is it stuck between a rock and a hard place?
Yeah, because it's like he's really not, he's really not giving us nothing new. Like
But it's also like, can he, like, not can he,
yeah.
but the environment that we're in,
Mm-hmm.
like you can't say anything too controversial because you'll seem like a hypocrite. Nobody will believe you.
Yeah.
Right. And then you can't keep giving us the same old shit because it's like, come on, my nigga, you give me the same old shit. Like you got to switch it up.
Yeah.
So that leaves the lane of things you can actually talk about. You don't sell me nothing. You're a salesman. Don't sell me nothing right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got to give me something that's like your 57-year-old man, father, billionaire. Okay, what you talking about, really?
Yeah.
Got people that's dying in Palestine right now. We got people dying in Lebanon right now. We got people dying in Mississippi. We got people dying in Florida. We got people dying everywhere. Losing their life on bullshit. Do I really want you to sell me something? I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we done with that. And like you said, we're done with him selling a product. Like we done with like him doing these brands and selling a product. A lot of people's fed up. Like how I never see so much people been making videos. Like I've seen like when the Target thing, when I heard the partnership with Target, it was so many people doing videos like speaking against him. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
I've seen people speak against him, but I've never seen people speak against him to the point where they all fed up with him.
Yeah.
But it's this point.
What we really need, like the community,
Yeah.
right? What the community really needs
Mm-hmm.
is, it'd have been nice if he would did the release with like black barbershops, black beauty salons,
Yes.
like mom and pop, back
Yeah.
to the roots, and then go back to where you started,
Yeah.
beyond the subway train, which was it was a dope look for what it
It was
was,
dope. Yeah.
but like go back to where it started, because you going back to where it started, like
Yep.
on the street hustle, on the grind, shaking hands, getting with the people on the internet, like you said, these
Mm-hmm.
podcasts, sitting with the people and
Yeah.
talk. And if he doesn't do that, I don't think it's gonna work.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Because I saw a lot of people was upset that he sat down with New York Times. And some people didn't like the GQ thing because they felt like they're not going to ask you the question. They're going to ask you the control questions because your media people are telling them like, we don't want you to ask this, we don't want you to ask that. But if you are coming back to the people and you want the people to support you, you got to go where the people are. Like that means you got to go to earn your leisure or any of these podcasts to sit down with.
Yeah,
That's
but
a part of the culture.
then you get that pressure though,
You get that pressure.
and you're forced to have conversations you really don't want to have.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. And I don't think he want to have those conversations. But I saw a video where this guy said, we're in the internet age. We're not in the age of back in the days where you control the media. Like, yo, you go to the radio and tell them, yo, you can't talk about this. You go into the magazine and tell them, we not talk about that. We're not in that age no more. We're in an age now where podcasting is the thing. And podcasters are the ones that where you have to go. Like
Yeah.
they're going to these streamers or they're going to the podcasters. Like
Mm.
Mariah Carey, when she was promoting her album, she had to go to Concert. So these are the people that people are going to that are going to ask the questions or want you to come sit down. And Jay-Z's just the type of guy that his personality, he's like control. He's the type to control the optics. And in today's, you cannot control the optics because people are not going for the control optics.
Well, to that point,
Mm-hmm.
is putting out prop music beneath you?
I think so. I think so. I don't think he at his stage in life. I don't think he. I don't think he want to put out music, but I think he wants to show people that I'm still a guy.
No, why though? Because it's lose lose.
It's a lose lose.
It's lose lose. The people that really care
Yeah.
have grown up and they don't want to hear the 20-year ago message.
No, they don't.
They don't, right? And then the young kids, the ones you really gotta get,
Yeah.
they fucking with Drake. You can't
They
get
fucking
them.
with Drake.
And
And that's
grandpa, nigga. You can't.
yeah. And somehow that's just like I remember like in 2023 when everybody was doing hip hop 50. And I remember people was like saying, yo, where Jay-Z at? Like, you got LL doing Rock the Bells. You got Nas doing a big concert at Yankee Stadium. Everybody was doing hip hop. Even Will Smith came out of retirement and did hip hop 50.
Mm-hmm.
So they was like, oh, where Jay-Z at to do hip hop 50? Like, he just like this excluded himself from doing anything that was celebrating hip hop.
Wow. Steve.
So, and I feel like if you came in this culture, you did your album in this culture, you've been in the game for a long time in this culture, and then you just act like you was bigger than the culture and said, I'm not doing hip hop 50, I opt out. But I'm gonna do my celebration of my life with my thing at the library. That's cool. I understand that. Because you selling a product. But when it came to the culture, the people was looking to see like, yo, Jay-Z, come out for the culture. LL is coming out, Nas is coming out for the culture. Where are you? And I think that's how the culture felt. And then so now, fast forward now, he's promoting a new album. It's 30 years of Reasonable Doubt. He did Yankee Stadium. He's doing these interviews. He got the documentary with Rick Rubin coming on HBO. It's all to push a product. You got the Fanatics thing where you got the situation with Mitchell and Ness. It's all a product. So it's not for the culture, and that's why I think a lot of people said like Jay-Z is not. He doesn't love the culture. He just loves the money and the success of the culture that he was able to become successful in the culture, and it took him to different avenues to becoming a businessman. But when it comes to the culture, when it comes to loving the culture, he's not putting out music because he loves the culture. Because Nas is still putting out albums. He loves the culture. Yep. LL didn't have to put out an album. LL doing NCIS. He's making money doing that. But he said, I'm going to put out an album for the culture. And I feel like a lot of artists that put out music for the culture, they don't care about the sales. They just care for the culture. They love it. When you see an artist that cares about the sales, Jay-Z shows. If it doesn't have money involved with it and it's not about the sales, he's not putting out a project.
Yeah. And it's funny that we've come to this place, and I'm glad that you detailed it and you explained it, because that's exactly what I've been saying for a very long time, and not just about Jay-Z, just in terms of where the industry kind of took a hold of the culture. And you keep saying the culture. You're like, all right, well, what is the culture? Right? What is the culture? The culture is not the industry. The music industry is a capitalist structure that exploits the culture.
The culture, yeah.
So over time, you take a note like, hey, this nigga did this is for the money. You did this is for the money. You did this for. But when you're gonna do something for the culture, and it's that's interesting. I'm glad you picked up on that.
Yeah, and it's like, you know, because like when you really look at it, it's like, you know, when an artist do, like when I look at like a Drake, I understand he's mainstream, he's a pop artist, you know, he does he never said that I'm for the culture. He knows where his thing is. He knows he's mainstream. He knows he makes mainstream music, and that's why, like, when I look at Jay-Z going at somebody like a Drake, you should be far ahead of these guys. Like Drake, Future, you shouldn't even be one of
you should be out of their mouth. They should not be mentioning your name. You should be in a whole nother echelon. It's like nobody mentions Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
You would think that you were there. Nobody's even gonna mention your name. Like, what are you talking about?
Yep.
And it's not the case. The case is people running you.
Yeah.
Now you down in the muck and the mire. That's the one thing I appreciated about Jay-Z for so long. Like, for the most part, he stayed out of the muck and the mire.
Yep.
These motherfuckers are throwing bricks. Motherfuckers is saying all types of raggedy shit about him. You don't hear from him. He say nothing.
Yep.
Now he's in the muck and the mire. You know what I'm saying? At the Roots picnic, he's talking about the people talking about him. It was cute, but you shouldn't even have to address none of that.
No, and that's what I said, because it looked to me like it's like an ego thing. It's not like, it's like I'm coming out here, like, you could have did a freestyle, but you didn't have to do a freestyle throwing shots at these people. Like, it didn't make any sense to me unless it's a project involved, you know. And it's just like, even with, like, when I looked at 2024, when I looked at the Drake and Kendrick beef, right? And I looked at, like, rap beef been going on a long time. We know this since Kool Moe Dee and Busy B.
Yep.
But with that rap beef, it didn't feel like a rap beef. It felt like it was an industry beef, that the industry had a hand in it. That was because that the artist wasn't going. It was no hip hop #1 album, and it was no #1 hip hop artist. So they needed the two major guys, because it's three. It's J. Cole, Kendrick, and Drake. So they needed the two of the major guys to go at it. Drake didn't really want to. He wanted to just do his music. And Kendrick, who's the guy, the guy that the industry loved, you know, because he's an industry darling. And they was like, we want you guys to go at it. And it's because we're going to sell units. Everybody's going to make money. It's a split. And I think the way they played it, you could tell that it was industry, because they had him go at Super Bowl and this Drake, and then Jay-Z goes in the interview and says, well, I didn't know he was going to do that. Like it to me, it just like.
So what about the Drake lawsuit though? What about that whole thing? How does that factor
That's
in?
another thing. Like I could understand the lawsuit too, because a lot of people got mad at him with the lawsuit, right? And I had a conversation with a couple people, and they said, "Yo, but that's corny. He did that." But I'm saying the lawsuit didn't have nothing to do with Kendrick. The lawsuit had something to do with Universal.
Right. So the Universal is the one who planned the whole controversy to begin with to sell
That's what I'm
records.
saying.
Right? So they didn't feel Drake in. They just, I mean, how does that work?
Yeah,
How do you get everybody to go along, but then Drake is suing you? So somebody's not going along.
he wasn't going along with it, and you could tell he wasn't going along with the scripted battle that they was creating for the sales, and that's why the lawsuit came in. Because I've never seen an artist sue a label or none of that. But if you is doing this to an artist and they know that it's political, then that's the politics. Because the first thing they do, they have like it's many artists that could have did Super Bowl. Not to take nothing away from Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar is a talented artist, but they wasn't knocking on Kendrick Lamar to do the Super Bowl before. They knocked on his door to do it there for that year. And I didn't think, and me personally, I thought that they should have let somebody from that city to do, like somebody from New Orleans, because it was in New Orleans. And I thought that they should have let Lil Wayne. But you see me hot? I'm out. I'm out the camera.
You out the camera right now. I don't see you. You said you thought Lil Wayne should have done the halftime Super Bowl. Yeah, it's all a psychological operation. You there? 1 2, mic check 1 2. Gotti, what's up? What's good? Mic check 1 2. You good? You good? Let me know something.
Oh, damn, the thing Hawk dropped off. Shit. Oh man. Hope Hawk come back in. Damn. Damn. Man, this was a good live, yo. Shit. Damn, man. Damn, this was a good show. Damn, man. Damn, Hawk probably left. I had to do this. Oh man. Yeah. Yeah, Young is not trying to run. Damn. Shit. Salute. Salute, man. Yo, I'm gonna probably do another. Me and Hot gonna have to do another one, man. We gonna have to do part 2, man. Damn, man. These fucking people killing me, man. Shit. This was a good live though. Salute to everybody that pulled up, man. Damn, yo, this was a good conversation. This was a good live. I ain't really get to finish up, man. I didn't get to Finish up the. Yeah. Yeah.